Check. Welcome to the SPS Podcast. You are now tuned in to the Raw Bunch. I'm your host, DJ Strata, and you are now tapped into SPS Bad Feed. Check. We good now? Everybody muted. Y'all come off mute. Let me know y'all can hear something.
Yes, we good. It might be Kiki. Might have to.
I got you. All right, y'all. So we are here. Black people bedrooms, free spirits, and slave guilt. What we doing? What's happening? What's going on, y'all?
Chilling. Glad to be off.
Everybody good?
Boy,
How's
I
y'all
had a
weekend?
long Saturday, Sunday, boy. That shit. I don't know if it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I don't know what day it is. It all bled together, boy.
Type shit. Type shit. All right, everybody else weekend, y'all good?
I'm good. Let me do an audio check real quick.
You good?
All right.
Yeah, my weekend was good. Pretty busy. I think I was a zombie the whole weekend, but I made it.
Okay. That's what I like to hear. Bino, man of
What's
the
up,
hour.
y'all? What's up with it? How y'all doing?
Chilling. Why are we here, bro? Why are we here? What's going on? Tell us how we came to this show title.
Oh, the show title, yeah, for sure. Shit. You were just chopping it up. We were chopping it up about the Shannon Sharpe shit. And we touched on Kanye as well. And it led us to having a conversation. A lot of responses on the Shannon Sharpe wit is people like, every time we hear some shit hit that's really of normalcy, we yeah, shit, the motherfucker, you feel me? The Kanye shit crazy, but like particularly the Shannon Sharpe shit. And it led us to us talking about how I don't think a lot of people realize, or maybe they do, of how over sexualized we are as people, especially in the western side of the world. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what led us to it. Led us to having this conversation. Shannon Sharpe led us to us. And just start triggering us. You know how we do. We get to talking and digging deep into little shit. So we came up with the whole thought process of how we really are over sexualized society by
That's a
far.
that is a fact. Well, how do you think we got here though, bro? Anybody? How y'all think we got here to this point?
I mean, I think how we got here
Social
is
media
people
is
got their
the answer
bedroom
to
doors open.
What you mean by that?
Who you speaking on?
You, Woody.
Oh, people leaving their bedroom doors open. You know what I'm saying? Speaking about their business, letting it leak out, showing, you know what I'm saying, this and that, and certain things getting out, people going back, and, you know what I'm saying, discussing the business behind closed doors and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's how we got there to us speaking about it. But you know what I'm saying? The bigger points of what Bino is speaking about, I don't know, we're gonna have to dive into it.
That's a fact. What were you saying, Brittany?
What I was saying is, if you think about social media, think about when we were growing up as kids and watching movies and TV shows. They barely showed just a little bit of the cleavage or whatnot, just a mere fat or just a moan. That's it. But now, TV shows, whole ass, whole titties, everything is out like for the whole scene. Nothing's left to the imagination anymore. Even with the TV shows, I think all of that kind of just plagued and made us, like Bino was saying, normalizing it. And that way, we were just like, oh well, this is normal. We might as well join the bandwagon too.
You disagree, CJ?
Yeah. Y'all hear me?
Yes.
I don't know about Brittany, but shit, me growing up, shit, BT After Dark was booming. You
But
got
yes,
you
I
got to
mean
see
that's
ass and titties and everything.
yes, but look at what time it came on. Now you don't have to wait till 3 a.m. for it to come on. It's no matter what time of day you turn the TV on, you can basically find a sex scene in any movie, even on regular TV shows. BT, think
Yeah,
about
but
it, you
the
had to
same
have
people
a subscription,
that's
but it
displaying
wasn't.
that sexuality today, they in their late 20s or around my age, and they was all up watching BT After Dark with me.
Yeah,
When you
I
think
mean, I
about the
stayed up
age
and
group
watched
that
it
are the people that's
sometimes. Yeah,
doing it, you got to think about, all right, at that age group, what was really what was easy accessible at that time? BT After Dogs, Cinemax at night, like they was showing the uncut shit at a certain point. If you stayed up out
right.
on the weekends, or just was a person that just stayed up overnight, you got to see all that. And
But I
then,
think
Like I
like
said,
Murph,
Woody says, sometimes the doors won't close. Your parents, your older siblings, or whoever was getting it in, and they ain't close that damn door. You just saw a little bit of something you weren't supposed to see.
but I think you
But
actually
but
bring
as
up
a
a good point though.
society though, like how many that's anecdotal experiences for people. Like as a whole, you think that's what it was? BET uncut.
I
Your
think, I
big
think,
brother got the door open.
I think if we talking about as a whole, I think the music was the biggest influencer of everything. I think that's the biggest influencer. It was the one that was easy to get to. They could talk about the same songs, talk about doing freak nasty shit, even though there was a 6-man band doing dance routines like it was B2K or something, but the lyrics said a lot. And people can like act out the lyrics, and eventually those lyrics just became the actual things you would see in music videos if you watch BT After Dark. And then over time, all it did was just as social media advanced, as new apps came out, all these sexualizations just basically there was another leash being taken off, another cord being removed, another chain being broken, of people being having more access to do more shit with less consequences.
I think media actually opened up the floodgates a little more to Brittany's point. I think that before there was a BET Uncut, there was always a Cinemax movie playing late at night or HBO special before rappers made it explicit, because you got to think back then it's almost like the leash was super tight on the censorship waves on the radio. So, there's certain words that rappers literally have to record 2 parts or 2 songs, 2 versions of the same song, one with and one without cursing. And even words that became common in movies, they were literally banned over the airwaves. But to your point, I do think that they literally unveiled and pulled curtains back at almost the same time. But I would go so far as to say that TV pushed the envelope to make it more what's what I'm looking for? They made it a little more open.
appealing. Oh.
Yeah, more appealing, but they actually
Acceptable?
they mystique from what we would consider to be a little bit too much on TV. Now I think that we've been fucking since fucking, so let's start there. But I do think that where it got a little bad was when the sex scenes started becoming longer and they start showing more body parts. Like, for example, there's shows that I can't even get through, and I'm not being funny, that's some real shit. I'm sexual creature, all that, but I don't like watching sex scenes in the middle of a plot of a show that I'm actually into. That shit is actually a little uncomfortable. I don't know
That's
why.
like Power.
Yeah, it's like, no.
Season 1 of Power, like almost every episode, somebody getting smashed.
It's simple because it's simple because because I feel you, right? But I agree. I'm a fast forward, but in my experience, I ain't gonna say experience. The reason why I don't even know if the reason, but I just know in them movie set scenes, it be like weird, bro. Like this shit be corny. Like they be showing the nigga ass cheeks be the main fucking shit, or his, you know what I'm saying? This shit it just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
value.
To me, right there, that's like the biggest, you know what I'm saying? Like the slow, like you say, unveiling or opening it up more and more, like, you know what I'm saying, from what's acceptable, like, you know what I'm saying, like, because certain things, and you know what I'm saying, it seems like it's an agenda with it. That's what it seemed like to me, like, you know what I'm saying, it's an agenda with it for, you know what I'm saying, for the hypersexualization of America. So I feel like you say, the media, as y'all speaking, I can see that, like, over the years, like Brittany said, like, you started off like, if you go even further back, like some of them scenes, like women, like you say, they it ain't no kind of, you know what I'm saying, you know, I guess the spanking from what's old boy like Lucy, where he used to spank her or whatever. I guess that kind of, you know what I'm saying, but not just blatant, like, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I can see that.
Because
So I
again,
think majority of my bad.
Go ahead, you good, Peaches.
So I think like some of the stuff already been going on. I don't know if you ever listen to like talk about like a lot of people in the Hollywood area. They have like tapes and videos of them. They got to act a certain way to do certain things. If not, they'll be exposed. And a lot of these sexual kinks and stuff like that, it's just been going on for a while. But now that a lot of things in the media are being exposed, more things like this is starting to come into light now. Especially as you're seeing like all the backlash from R. Kelly, Diddy, and stuff like that. So now that more things are being exposed, it's not saying that it hasn't been happening, because it has. It's just been covering it up for years now.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it happened in waves, because again, it used to be a time where we can remember where the sex scene, it kind of led you up to it, and then there was a cut scene, and it kind of showed them in the bed because they realized that adding the sex really didn't add anything to the storyline you were trying to tell, right?
Mhm.
And honestly, I don't go to the movies to get my sexual satisfaction. Like, I'm here to watch the plot. I'm here to watch good actors act. I don't give a fuck about, you acting like you humping. Like, that really did nothing to me. I don't know. It's very rare that I've seen sex scenes that actually improved the movie, which is why I thought it was weird. Like, I never was like, yo, that sex scene is what sealed the deal. Like, that made it more real for me. Like, it just was, I don't know. It's just always weird and taboo to me.
So you think we the first start of the hypersexualized world that we in? We are the first wave our generation is the first wave of that?
Man,
Would y'all say
hell
that
no.
based on what all y'all just said? Because y'all just said media, TV, social media. We are the first wave of that shit being on mainstream TV or social media. Maybe not music, but at least we as kids. See, think about it. When you grown, Cinemats, that bullshit on Cinemats that grown folks see don't mean nothing to them because they doing the real thing. So the half-ass shit you see on Cinemats ain't doing nothing for you as an adult. You already having sex. It's doing something for you as a kid. The 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning, you watching the 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning, like CJ say, sneaking when your parents sleep. It ain't doing nothing. It ain't making them hypersexualized as adults. It's making us hypersexualized as kids, and we the first wave of kids in our generation that was coming across that Cinemax, HBO, BT, uncut shit.
I'm saying, I mean, I can't say that because they had the Freakniks and all that type of shit back in the day.
Very small group of people was going to Atlanta for the Freaknik.
But I'm saying, but that is true. But I'm saying, it them shits was probably popping all over though. Atlanta probably was just the big one. Like they probably, like, you know what I'm saying, like parties like that was all over though. Like, you know what I'm saying, like that shit. Like you say, like the sexualization part. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying,
Still
it's
that
just
kind of
getting
Mardi
more in
Gras.
our
That's
Y'all
face.
seen the
still
Dr.
It's more
Freaknik
acceptable.
documentary,
Like, you
right?
know what I'm saying?
Y'all seen the Freaknik documentary, right?
I didn't watch it.
It never started. It never was meant to be what it ended up being. It was just a group of college kids who couldn't make it home for the summer that wanted to do cookouts with each other because they couldn't be around family. It was called Freak Nick. It wasn't Freak Nick. Over time, music and the celebrities sexualized those events.
Exactly. So that shit been happening through the music and the agenda of pushing through the media and all that shit.
The music been happening, but that was still a small group of people who was like, we are hypersexualized 95%. I go that extreme and say 95% base everything we talk about a relationship or like when we wake up, it's sex, women and men. Used to be men, just men used to be like, I give you the men, Wardy, for back then. I at least give you the men and a very small group of women that we call hoes. Because a lot of them women saying they was going there and they hate their documentary because they was a part of none of them activities and they was going because they understood that it was a college-based thing of a good time, but they weren't doing none of that whole shit that we see in the documentaries or that the world highlighted about Freaknik. A lot of those women was going and wasn't involved in none of that.
Yeah, that's like saying niggas go down to bike week and not be going down there for the bikes and shit.
Nah, like I say, I give you niggas, but women, like I said, it didn't start there. It didn't start as that. You feel what I'm saying?
I feel that.
So the women that was probably going when it first started probably keep going, or the niggas was probably, niggas was going. Once they see that shit turned up, they all in. So I'm separating us. But I'm talking about like the women that was going from year 94, 95. They're like, oh, we shit, that's good. And then 96, 97, it turned into what it turned into.
You don't think them same women from 94 was going in 98?
They were.
I doubt it.
I mean, it probably increased, but I think the bigger point.
It increased, but I'm just saying, but it was just a small nip of people, bro. It wasn't the world. It wasn't the country.
Yeah, I feel you. So I feel like the whole world is hypersex, like in like
well,
Black America.
The country. I stick to America. I ain't never
Black America in the whole country is hypersexualized, 95%.
Here's the thing, Wardy. I think that to make the conversation fair, I think that we've always been a sexualized people. I think that how we displayed it to each other through media is what changed. It's always there. I don't think it ever was a time to where we weren't a sexual people. I think that how we displayed it in mass is what led to it becoming encouraged, because there was a time to where your bedroom was your bedroom and that's all it was between you and it was with. I mean, you had brothels and shit, but even those, they were in the cuts and in the crevices of
called the
hood.
underworld.
Exactly. You feel me? Like they were separate, but it was always there. So I think people have always had an inclination to be hypersexual, but it was more of a private thing.
But I'm
Sexual
saying you
or
don't think
hyper?
that
You
the
think they was
taboo.
always hypersexual?
I'm
Yes.
saying, but you
Yeah,
don't think the
I
taboo of
disagree.
it being like, oh, it's secret, don't talk about this, don't do this, like push people more to like you know what I'm saying? Like not having to talk and you know what I'm saying, you learning from other ways instead of, you know what I'm saying, learning correctly and this and that. You don't think that led to like more like, you know what I'm saying, of the curiosity if the shit was like so taboo that you ain't supposed to know about it, but then every chance you get, you can sneak a peek here, sneak a peek there. They're like, shit, when I get here, I'm gonna do that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think so. What I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why I can't agree with that is because now that it's out in the open, people's sexual proclivities are increasing. So I would buy your point if back then it was like they were way more freaky than we are. I think the fact that now it's shown and rapped about, to CJ's point earlier, because it's now shown in mass, it actually makes people that probably wouldn't have been as curious even more curious, because now it seems to be uncool to not be hypersexualized. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So things that probably weren't even on your brain, on your radar, your purview, now are up there because, you know what I'm saying? Like you see it more type shit.
And see, that's what I'm saying. That's what makes it hyper.
Yeah.
So I don't
Jay,
think they was always
So you saying it's
hyper
hyper because
back
we see it,
then
it's just
because
that's all we digest.
yeah.
Jalen, what's up with you? Yo.
Hey,
What's good with you?
just intruding.
There we go.
I would agree with that question. I think Prince was hypersexually displayed.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Yeah, because I think he was the first one that got on stage with his booty out performing and one of his hips out or something like that. So that took the world by storm.
Bro definitely had the butt cheeks on maximum display. He was big tripping.
Yeah.
Bro was tripping. But like you said, I think that it was always there in small doses. But I think that when people realized that there was a profit in it, it turned up. So before we get to our first topic, I want to ask y'all, do y'all want to talk about the different kinks that black people have first, or do you want to understand why they have those kinks?
Yeah.
Can I get my disclaimer?
Talk about the kinks first.
Okay. What's your disclaimer, Javon? What you got?
Because I know that we are talking about sexual things. My disclaimer: consent means everything. Because make sure you have consent. No means no. Stop means stop. Yeah.
And whatever that Amazon shit she was talking about like 2 pods ago, fellas, don't do that shit.
No, I'm a certified response advocate. So I was going to put that disclaimer out there for me. Thank you.
That is funny. Okay. Well, now disclaimers aside, let's get into some of the kinks of the black people. Now, granted, this was copied and pasted from an actual website, so don't quote me on any of the information. Nobody done a better job, but I was like, let me just figure out black people kinks, because we know that them ham sandwiches, they move a little different than we do type shit. So I wanted to find kinks that were specific to black people in this study that we're talking about. So according to Psychology Today, until the year 2013, sexual kinks were considered a mental illness according to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, or the DSM-V. Below are some of the kinks that black people can be into. Number 1, golden showers, also known as water sports, piss play, and its official name, urolagnia. This involves enjoying either peeing on someone or being peed on. This is a clear power dynamic play here. The one doing the peeing is a dominant one, and the one being peed on is a submissive one. This kink is often performed in a shower or someplace with a drain where the mess can be contained. Now, do y'all want to stop in between each one, or y'all want me to just keep going down this
Man,
list?
Yeah, bro. We don't need a buffet of this shit, bro. We don't need a buffet of this shit, bro. One at a time, bro.
Okay.
Don't Lord Jesus.
Golden
buffet
shower.
I don't need no buffet of this shit, because it's already started. The first one was already.
The first one,
I'm full off the first one, bro. I don't even need to go back and get another plate.
What's that girl that was dating Diddy that got her own show, where she said she enjoyed golden showers?
Was it JT?
Yeah, one of the city girls.
One of the city girls. She said that she just loved golden showers. She said that shit with a chest, like, and that shit wild to me. Like, motherfuckers is into that.
I don't know what you can
Anybody
get
else?
from that. I mean, because I'm just thinking everybody piss don't smell good. I mean, so it's like, what? I've just been trying to picture that all day. Like,
Brittany, I don't like that. I
I'm
don't like how
saying,
you worded
would
that,
making a
because
girl squirt, would that be
for you
considered?
to say I don't, some people piss don't smell good, that's like implying that if the nigga drunk a lot of water and some pineapples, as long as the pee smell decent, you good with it.
no, I'm just saying, like, have you not walked in the bathroom behind somebody just peeing? And they ain't doing that. Like, whoa, like, what the world y'all got going on? You know what I'm saying? And they ain't got enough water in their life. I'm just saying that's just something else added on to it. Like, how can you be okay with this knowing? Because when we get to the second one, I know y'all play over the floor, but that second one's even worse than what we talk about now.
Yeah. Now, Queen T, for clarity, what I did was I found an article that was more specific to black people kinks, because believe it or not, white people are on a different level of freak. And so I was trying to find an article that focused on black kinks versus white kinks or Euro kinks. They're more into like the bestiality, like their list looks way more crazier than what I just showed, believe it or not. Like comparing the black focused kinks to white kinks, like we'd have got banned by the first one type shit. So and I think word to R. Kelly, we gotta put golden showers in there as something that's real. He didn't just make that shit up. Like we all saw that type shit. So
I'm saying, like, is squirting in the golden shower?
no.
No.
Okay. All right.
No, this is literally I got to go to the bathroom and I can't wait to have sex so I can pee on you and relieve myself. Bro, you know what's crazy? The logistics behind doing some of this shit is wicked. Think about this. That means you gotta literally either hold your pee all day or wait right good till you got it and be like, yo, now we gotta get to it because damn, my bladder full. We gotta turn this up. Like, how the fuck? I don't know. In my brain, I'm trying to figure how do you get to this level
with a hard wood,
bro?
Well, no, that's
like,
my
that's
next
just
question.
that shit is different.
Y'all looking too deep into it, bro.
Say what? It's too deep. We going too
But
deep.
I don't know about you. You got put, but we're looking too deep into it. I don't like. It's a kink, so they might do the whole kink first, and then you get the whole hard and you know what I'm saying. The kink is they pee. That is what turns them on. I guess like they not having sex and then pull out, let me pee you. It's like get in the tub, let me piss on you. Like that's their foreplay.
Wow.
Something also too.
Saying
Well,
it.
I think like
Saying
sometimes
it.
doing sexual intercourse, a man it may be hard, but then you may stop because you gotta go take a piss. So, and then sometimes in those cases, you may just piss on their partner or urinate on their partner during that case. However, I think some of this stuff is actually tied back to more so like narcissistic type of behavior too in the sexual bedroom. I was trying to do a little bit more research within the short time I had. And I was reading about the BSMB, that's what that means. They just kept repeating it on the YouTube channel about different type of psychological things that kind of went into more so a control. Or
We're
saying
gonna
that
get
they
to
were
that.
trying to go into it.
We're gonna get
It said that in the first thing. It said it's a thing of dominance. It's not even about it's not even about if them finding it sexy or it's a dominant thing. It said it when he read the description of the golden shower. Whoever does the peeing is the one that's the dominant one.
Do y'all feel like there's a sense of humiliating the person that is being submissive?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I guess my theory would be that it's the dominance and the submissiveness that is a turn on to both. Does that make sense? Meaning it's really a feat of the ego that can like cause arousal, I'm guessing. You feel me?
Because I would imagine it's probably, based on what that said, it's more so men getting peed on. Would y'all say that?
No, it's the man on the man.
Yeah, the man.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, vice versa. Yeah, reverse. Yeah, reverse. Yeah. So the normal dominant one is normally the man, so it gets reversed to what?
No, don't get reversed.
It don't get reversed.
So it's the same. Is the woman. How y'all know? Y'all peed on somebody before?
No.
See that, Brittany?
From all the times
I'm gonna stop messing with those. See how I said yeah. See how I said
for all the times I've ever heard this, it's always been a guy doing the peeing. I ain't never heard
Okay.
like the scenario where it's the woman doing it.
I have. See, I deal with a lot of women, and I know a lot of hoes. I knew a lot of people in the strip club and stuff like that. And I'm not talking about sexually, like as friends. And they say dudes pay to get peed on.
No,
People like to get their mouth spit in. What should you? People like spit in my mouth. Like
Ooh, no,
that's
no,
normal.
I don't want anyone. Yeah. If you
Hey
tongue
man,
kissing,
go
it's
to
fine.
go to the
But
next
just
one.
to
Y'all about to
actually
make my stomach
spit,
twist. We
no.
only on the first one.
Hey, Jalen.
Hey, look,
Hey,
so I just got a
Jalen.
question. So, like, it doesn't count. Like, if you and your significant other in the shower, he might be standing behind you and pee, and then he peel your leg, just being planted. That don't count. Like, this is something
No, that
completely
don't count.
different.
That's accidental. Ain't nothing freaky about that. You just like, oh,
He's trying to warm you up to the idea. Look
What
like
the
he's trying to
fuck,
warm your
bro?
ass up.
Brittany,
Jalen.
I think Brittany low key into this pee and shit, man.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not.
Jalen. How are you?
I have
Hey, you wait
nothing to
till it get
add to
nice,
this.
Strada.
She said I have nothing to add to this.
Jalen, we need a safe word for you, Jalen. So you pick your safe word, and when you start getting uncomfortable, I'll change topics. Jalen, what is the
Wait,
safe
why do
word?
I need a safe word?
Because you're the
What is
youngest
the?
one. You're a baby.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Baby.
She sounds
I
like
feel like
fucked
the
up.
oldest should have a safe word because he old.
No, we old and freaky. That don't work. It works the other way around, Jalen.
I
You
ain't
gotta
Cap,
freaking,
nigga.
not
Nah,
me.
don't associate
Cap.
we and freaky
Yeah,
with this topic. Don't do that.
freaky.
it's too much
Nah,
shit
hell
on.
nah.
It's too much
Hey,
shit we got to talk about, and you talking about we freaky. Not while you naming
nah,
golden showers as
I'm
the very
not
first
freaky. I
thing.
am vanilla, Jalen. I'm vanilla based on this topic in this
I'm
conversation.
a fucking saint.
So y'all
Jalen,
back
Jalen, you
regular
pick the safe
again.
word that we can keep
I've
talking.
been regular. If he associating freaky with that shit that I just read and I see earlier, I ain't freaky, nigga.
I'm a whole saint out here.
Jalen, what is our safe word?
Retard.
All
Oh
You're
right,
gonna
Lord,
get us flagged. We need another one.
Right.
tomatoes.
Bubbles.
Remedial.
Tomato.
Tomatoes.
Tomato.
All right,
Bubbles.
Jalen, you are now our designated safe word keeper. So
This
whenever we
about the
start
second
getting,
one.
yeah,
Don't worry, Jalen. I
so
might be throwing out there too, baby. Because we
yeah,
holler
so
tomatoes,
everybody,
tomatoes.
tomatoes. That's the safe word here tonight. Everybody, all safe. We listen and we don't judge. Everybody say it together.
I'm about to
We
judge the fuck out of
listen
all of
and
y'all
we
tonight.
don't
We
judge.
listen and we
We
Judge.
judge. Got it.
judge.
We
I'm
judge and don't
judging the
listen.
fuck out of
What
y'all
we
tonight.
saying?
We know
Oh,
you are.
We just don't do it out
Starting
loud.
off with Brittany because she too into this peeing shit.
Number
Tomatoes.
two, scatophilia,
Bro.
or in other words, ASCAT, shit play or shit kink, involves
man.
sexual arousal from interactions with feces. It can also involve being shat on, which is an actual word, or shitting on, usually with saran wrap in place for hygiene. It might also include watching someone defecate, being watched while taking a dump, or smearing feces on someone's body. Tomato.
Hey, look though. I
This
think
ain't
that one
black
leaked over
people.
from that other
This
list
is
we were
not
talking about.
black
From
people.
the hamburger list, ham sandwich list.
I ain't
That
never
gotta
heard
be
of
from the
black.
ham sandwich list.
Bro,
I
Biggie,
only
y'all.
heard one person. I only heard one black person ever speak on that shit.
You know why it's a black person that came up with that? You know why? Because they use the word shit too many times. Only a
Yeah.
black person would do that.
Shit and shat, bro. They use shat, and
They
But
it's
ain't
they
use
said
not one
shat
proper
though.
word. They ain't use not one proper word to bowel movement. They ain't say bowel movement on nobody. They ain't
Yeah,
say
yeah.
they shit, shat. Like that's a black
They
person
ain't
came
say
up with that.
defecate.
Come on, Beto, man.
You know it, Wardy. You know ain't no white person talking like that.
You saying
So you
word to
trying to
Biggie.
say? So are you
They would
trying
have
to say?
said bowel movement. They would have said what's
That's
the
a
other
good ass
words you
question.
use to use the bathroom? They would have properly said that.
Does that count?
I'm shaking in my head because to hear it, it sounds crazy because of the word shit. Like it makes it. A black person can't did read that wrote that
Right,
shit.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I say that leaked from the other
It's
list.
irrelevant. It's not
But
reliable.
what? But what she says, does that count?
I
No.
see what Wardy's saying.
fuck. I
No,
don't.
no, no, y'all, no, y'all, no,
That's
y'all.
like
Come
peeing
on.
on the leg, like
We
Brittany
going
said.
to what does
I
anal
don't
count?
know. I don't know.
Sneak. You vanilla sneak. It's okay.
All right, so check this.
He said you
So I
vanilla.
think that anal might be a fetish outside of scatophilia. Now, if y'all want to have a separate conversation about anal, we can do that. But
Nah,
I
nah.
don't.
Tomato,
No, that's
tomato,
coming up.
potato, like bro.
I think it's coming up on one of the
That
other
is
topics.
kind of coming up, yeah, but that has its own kink.
That's anal sex is nowhere related to getting shitted on. Are we serious?
Yeah,
Right.
no,
Yeah.
It ain't.
It's not.
It's not.
that's
I
two
mean,
separate things.
I guess it's like chicken and the egg, maybe.
No, it's not chicken and the egg. It's Mars and fucking America. Oh no, it's not even Mars and America. It's Mars and Venus. Mars and Jupiter. It's totally different shit. Yo, somebody's shitting on you, purposely shitting on you, bro. That's what they're saying. Somebody's purposely shitting on you.
You know what this remind me of? What's that
What are we
shit
talking
they used to
about
have
right
going
now?
around? 2 girls, 1 cup. That's what this is.
Oh hell no, bro.
Yeah, that's a good example.
That's what this is.
That
2
is
girls,
not
1
it.
cup.
Shout out to
And
Deborah
no.
Deborah keeping it real. Y'all act like black people ain't doing this. I'm telling y'all, this is a black person fetish list.
Yeah, it's
People are doing it.
Yeah,
I
don't know.
Yeah.
I only heard of one black person doing that ever, and that was
Then that means
me.
then you know a black person that did it. I don't know a black person that did this one. I can name a few.
Hey, now if y'all really want to have a discussion, there's a lot of black women that go through this when they be going over to Dubai.
I was about to say that.
When they do
I was about
what?
to say that. That Dubai shit is different.
Okay.
Women get shitted on when they go to Dubai?
Fact.
Yeah, 30 bands, 40 bands. They be literally TikTok girls that not only say this shit, they show receipts, proof
Wait a minute.
that they really do this.
So they paying the women for them to allow it to happen. Is that what I'm understanding?
Hell yeah, shelling them for like a weekend.
Between 20 and 60K type shit.
On God. And they be showing receipts, proof of this shit. Like, it's real.
So I'm confused. So are they not doing it on their own women? Why is it just our women?
Because it's got to be American women, preferably black. That's a real thing.
Yep.
See, that right there
That's a
is
real
already-
thing.
That's crazy.
You know what that is?
Well,
American
you know,
women,
opinion is a
preferably
dominant
black.
thing. Then you know, shit ain't got to be like a kink of being able to like some type of dominance too. But I think the dominance is even probably more worse than opinion because it's almost like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like they want to like
demoralize.
Yeah, demoralize. Yeah, and you can't demoralize your wife. You can't demoralize your wife or people within your religion or your culture. So that's why they
Yeah,
probably
so you're going to get your American black woman. They ain't got no ties to you. You drop 30, 40 bands. You're a Dubai prince or relative. 30, 40 bands is literally nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different level of freaky. I think we're all learning it with vanilla, and that's okay. But you know, vanilla people still go to Baskin and Robbins and shit and Old Stone still serves vanilla soft serve, bro. It's cool. Like
nigga said, we still go to Baskin and Robbins and shit.
You feel me? Okay, so the next one, spanking. Some folks like it when their partner spanks them with an open hand or an object, like a paddle or a tassel. It could be a turn on or the spanker or the ass getting spanked. Spanking is sometimes combined with other kinks like role play, which spanking might come up with a naughty schoolgirl scenario. Now, that sounded a little white. That sounded a little ham sandwiches to me, but I think the author might have been ham sandwich. What y'all think about spanking?
Vermont.
That's like, I get
You
it.
talking about
That's kind of
literally
normal.
like not even having sex, spanking, just like how they did on 50 Shades of Grey type shit.
Right.
No.
Oh, if it's that way, then no, I ain't without this. Let me strap you down to this fucking random chair and just spank you and play ominous music in the background.
Woody, you bring up a good point. But everybody talking about black people don't do this. Y'all motherfuckers act like black people won't see 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades of Black, 50 Shades of Purple in that theater with popcorn and shit. Like, bro, somebody's into this shit, dog. Like, I understand it might not be you personally, but this is why kinks are called kinks, is because they're outside the normal realm of what we would consider as a sexual normalcy. And so keep in mind, when we're having this conversation, it's almost like we are honed in on the minority based on the topics that come. Does that make sense? So we know this not everybody. You feel me? Like, so we're aware that it's some weirdo shit, but I mean, not weird. It's unique to the people that enjoy it because somebody likes it. And again, we listen and we don't judge, right?
Right. I mean, but it's definitely happening.
Motherfuckers told me I won't gonna be. They judge me all my life. Shit.
I'm judging the fuck out of y'all tonight.
I mean, what?
Had something saying that he don't know anybody. The thing is, who's really walking around here like, yeah, man, I like to get shitted on. Like, nobody's actually out there just broadcasting it. So, yes, we may not know them because they haven't seen it. Don't mean it might not be happening in our circle of friends.
Hey, look, though. Hey, could you imagine getting with a girl and being with her for a couple months and like, you know what I'm saying? After a while, she was like, "Baby, can I talk to you about something?"
Yes, you gotta
No.
bring it in slow.
Hey,
Yeah.
yo, could you imagine that conversation though? Like,
Like, no, you gotta
yo,
bro.
you
I can
like, you
imagine
want
me
me to
being
do
single
what?
after that
Yeah, I
conversation.
can imagine it. I can imagine it. It's gonna be a
I
short
can't. I
one.
can't. I'm just saying,
Right,
like,
Vito? That shit gonna be shortly like a motherfucker, boy.
Yeah.
All right, so
She hit me with the, I ain't gonna lie, I like golden showers. And I'll be like, shit, what you mean by that? You know, when I just get on my knees and you just pee on me. Party
okay.
over.
Now we
Party over, like we done.
I got a question for
It
y'all.
ain't it.
If you have a kink or had a kink, how do you bring that shit up? Like, how does that work?
So I
I
mean,
guess you
that's
just gotta
one
literally
of the
bring it
most
up.
common
bring it up.
ones.
Fuck it.
You gotta be drunk, probably.
What does that
More
mean?
willing to do
DD what?
I
So
don't
I think
know.
that's like one of the most common ones out of the list that you have, like the spanking and all that stuff. I mean, look at 4 from Black Ink. He was down on all 4 getting spanked around, uh, walking around like a dog. They was spanking him and everything on Instagram. A lot of people kind of turned their eye to him, but he was out there mask on and everything.
Who is this?
4 from Black Ink. I
Oh,
think he
okay,
moved
okay.
down to Houston. I think he kind of came out a little bit more with that type of dominancy and all that stuff like that. But I will say out the list, I think this is the one of the most common. I mean, even if you're not using a paddle or whatever, guys be
Yeah,
spanking all doing sex all the time. That's not nothing
you're
normal.
right.
I mean,
That's regular.
abnormal.
No, please, let's not dumb this conversation down. Please. Smacking ass while hitting from the back is not
It's
what they
not
mean when
what
they
they
say
talking
spanking.
about.
Yeah, I think they talking about that 50 Shades of Grey shit.
Paddle, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Especially when they
almost,
added this naughty girl, schoolgirl shit at the end. I think it's definitely one of those 50 Shades of Grey shit.
and
That's
also,
roleplay.
but you got to also think about it like this too. I think that in this scenario, my brain akins pain to pleasure to some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that the spanking, like get slapped on the ass, to Bino's point, hitting it from the back, that's not what they're talking about. They're talking about no, like I'm gonna paddle you on some. I got a wooden cedar, and I'm a damn. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Inflict pain, spank
yeah,
your ass. Once again, another dominant thing.
yeah.
Having some type of is psychological, like you said, Peaches. You start out, it is absolutely all three of those things so far has been some psychological shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, let's keep going.
Yeah,
Pregnancy
boy.
fetish. Now, granted, I copied and pasted this from, so I gotta excuse me. But what I read, pregnancy fetish is the equivalent of being aroused by and wanting to have sexual intercourse,
With
specifically.
pregnant women. That's not what it is?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. I can attest as a woman, that's some of the best ever in my life, okay? And I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Cedric, what
I ain't gonna
happened?
lie. That thing do hit different though.
What happened?
Different, baby.
Pregnancy sex.
Pregnancy.
Sex.
What was that again?
Pregnancy sex, bro.
Oh, when they pregnant?
Mhm.
But a fetish for it though? A kink for it?
Yeah, meaning that's all. Like that's what really gets you going. Like you got to find a pregnant woman to have sex with her, type shit.
Yeah.
And that's crazy that you can
Right.
find that. I mean, that's wild that you can find that.
Yeah. For real.
Like a woman that
And
you
I think
didn't get pregnant and she will be willing to have sex with you. Like
Yeah,
that's wild that you can even find that.
Yeah,
Right.
that's interesting.
well, they're around because I remember when I was walking to Walmart, this man was trying to holler at me, and I'm looking and I look down. Do you not see I'm pregnant? But I guess you probably one of the ones. I'm like, baby, get the fuck on. Like I ain't got nothing for you. But there are people out there.
Dang.
I mean,
That thing is,
Said,
I swear
heard
that's
it's good, baby.
y'all different.
Calm down, Brittany. Calm down.
Vanilla. Tomato.
No, it's pretty good, but I didn't think it was a fetish. I ain't going around looking at 8-9 month pregnant women like I needs that. I'm not doing that.
Think about it, CJ. You can't get them pregnant because they already knocked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm also not thinking I needs that. I needs that pregnancy. Nah.
I mean, okay.
I need that Prego cat.
Now we're about to go. We are almost at Super Saiyan level 2 when it comes to fetish and freaky for black people. You
This
want
nigga said Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah, we're at Super Saiyan level 2. Fisting. You want to make sure your lube supply is plentiful for this act. Fisting, aka handballing or fist fucking, is the act of putting an entire fist into the vagina or rectum. Fisting is popular among those who like the feeling of being filled up or who like slow, deep penetration to fucking Mato.
Yeah.
Yo. Like, if she's taking
I'm
a
saying
fist,
she
I can't do nothing for her.
right. That's the first thing I thought about when you was reading that. Like, damn, like you gotta use
If
that
she's taking a
fucking
fist,
forearm.
I am irrelevant.
Why do you even want to be with me? You need to find
At this point,
like,
you're not here. You're not here for me for the sex. You're here because I'm 6'2" and I got a large wingspan.
right.
Yo,
I like that's why you like tall men, huh? Oh shit.
Don't let a girl be like, you got some long arms.
bro. And y'all
Hell no.
super quiet. Like, what is happening right now? I can hear a mouse pissing on
I
top of
just like I'm like
Cause bro, y'all bullshitting, bro. Y'all ain't trying to have a conversation, bro.
Hey man, I'm having a conversation. It's just hearing it is wild to me. The first time I ever heard something about this shit being a
I'm saying,
thing, I
man.
thought it was the craziest thing in the world that people do it. But I also think like, damn, I know what God blessed me with. Ain't no fucking way I'm out doing a fist though. A whole fucking arm.
shout out to
But
Snake.
like what? But like I'm trying
They want to be
to
filled up.
like what for me like the reason why I say what I like, boys, because it's like, bro, like it gotta be some type of mental disorder, bro.
We'll get there. We definitely gonna get that. That's why I was like, let's walk them down first to kind of get y'all initial reactions to them. Then we'll
Well,
get
that's
to
my reaction. These motherfuckers is missing some screws.
Yeah, I think I saw a video yesterday. Like the guy was on the table, hospital bed, and they pulled like a log or something out of him. Maybe not quite like a log, but it was a piece of something. It was like this long, and probably like about that thick. Out his anus. Yeah.
Yo, bro.
I was just
That
like,
is
Like, do motherfuckers do y'all think that pornography made regular people try shit like that?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I think they saw some
Where else
videos
you
where
gonna
some
get it
shit was
from?
going down. They was like, damn, I didn't know that was a thing. I'm gonna try.
Right.
I mean, because
I
think
definitely
about
think
it. If
that.
you're just doing basic stuff, that's not gonna sell but so much because sex sells. So you're like, damn, we gotta try something else. Let me say doing
Right.
two fingers. Let me see if I can get four. Instead of doing four, let me see if I can get a whole damn thing in there, and then next thing you know, it's a whole damn channel behind it.
So
That's
the
the one.
fact
That's
that
the
so
one
the fact
we
that
like the whole hand in there. Yeah, do more of that.
okay, so y'all are we saying that the fact that some people have seen it or came across it in a pornography way, when you come across somebody and they say let's try fisting, a person is more inclined with it because we all have came across it in some way. And first, it turned out I don't want to see the shit, right? A motherfucker about now never asked me to fist none. So it's like I'm trying to like my fault. It's like it's really like a lot of a lot of shit going through my head, like the why, what, when, like how this shit come about. But go ahead though. My bad.
okay. You good? So
Damn, bro.
y'all commentary. I ain't never heard y'all this quiet. This
Shit.
rimming. People into rimming like to have their back doors cleaned thoroughly. Okay, we'll say it. They like having their buttholes licked and kissed and sucked on. Rimming is also called analingus and is the act of orally pleasuring the anal region. There is usually a good deal of prep involved to get the area ready to get tossed like a salad. Tomatoes.
Hey yo, you wrote
AKA
this, Strata?
they take
No,
they
Oh,
no. These
they
are
be
not my
do
words, bro.
yo,
from the people that I am friends with that are experts in that shit. They be douching. They be taking shit that'll clean them out, flush them out, and then they thoroughly clean that area. That's what they be doing. You're on
you
mute,
on mute,
Strata.
bro.
Oh boy.
What we talking about now? I'm sorry. What
Oh,
we
Jalen, so you know people that are into rimming or butt
Yeah,
play?
gay people.
what's women again?
You like,
Girls tossing your salad, just licking
yeah.
your butthole
Oh,
and
when
shit.
the girl do it to the dude.
Yeah, I know some homegirls that's done that for real though.
Oh yeah, I know plenty of girls that ate ass.
Yeah.
I couldn't be me, but
So that's rimming. That's what
So
rimming.
all right, so
The
look,
word for it is rimming.
that's a new thing. That's a new thing, right?
I think so.
So don't you think that definitely came from the Sukiyanas and all of that type of shit, right?
No.
Nah, it was before them.
I stand corrected. All of this, if you go back to Kama Sutra, a lot of the positions in sex has been studied almost like a religion for centuries before this. So I don't even know if we're doing anything new. I just think that we're exploring at a rate that was exponentially faster or greater.
Taboo. That was taboo.
Yeah.
I mean,
It ain't.
my
It ain't.
So you saying that the Kama Sutra? I thought the Kama Sutra just like when I looked at it, it was
With
just
sexual
sexual
positions.
positions and shit.
Yes. But it was a whole act. Like there was a mentality behind it. It wasn't just the positions. You feel me?
Yeah.
but
And it
there are
really didn't
guys
have
that.
boundaries.
I would say there are guys that eat women's booty. It's the same thing. Hopefully they clean it.
I'm not doing that.
There are guys that eat booty, and there I know
There
that
are
It's the
there's some
same
definitely
guys that
act.
guys
won't. There's
In my mind,
hate
it's the
and
same
like it.
act. It ain't the same thing, but that's just my personal like one off. It's the same action is being done, but it ain't the same thing to me.
Because I guess it's kind of taboo for a man to. I don't say taboo, maybe wrong choice of word, but it's not normal for a straight man to want anything up his anal. Is that why?
A lot of this stuff is taboo for me. I learned, bro. I swear to God, I thought, no freaky ass man. I ain't shit, bro. Like if this shit is what's going on at an all time rate, I'm in the way, my nigga.
Right.
For real, all this shit taboo to me.
Niggas vanilla as hell.
Yeah.
I think you're right, Sneak. This conversation has definitely ruined Brittany Wi-Fi.
Pretty Wi-Fi.
She acting like she off camera and shit, but we know why. It's cool, Brittany. Tomatoes is fine. Choking, aka sexual asphyxiation, and sometimes called breath play, involves choking someone or being choked for sexual pleasure. For some, playing with someone's air supply or having theirs threatened can be arousing. However, this one comes with many risks, including death. So choke with caution and care.
That's normal.
I've experienced that.
Experience what? What part? There's a lot there. You know, you kill somebody off of this shit.
No, a
This
woman
nigga's strong, bro.
in the choking. And it fucked me up because she kept saying choke me harder because in my mind I'm like, I really choke you out in this bitch. Like in my mind, I'm thinking headlock. Like at first, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just kind of got my hands around the neck. I'm like, all right, we got it. She cool. She was like, no, choke me. I was like, okay. So, you know, kind of grasp your hands together. All right, I got her now. She was like, no, nigga, choke. I was like, man, I will. You know what I'm saying?
So
It's your life.
you got
And now I feel like she called me up. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to hold me out. Like, you got me fucked up, bro. Like, I will him your shit up, but you got all, bro.
Now I'm gonna say this: the choking thing. If y'all like getting down with it, that shit is probably more appealing to like fucking like tough women, military women, women that's got like they work 18 hours a day jobs. Those type of
the fuck?
women, yeah, they need this shit. Not want, they need this shit. It's like them a requirement for them. And I'll let my
like,
friend go.
I never dated a military woman, and choking is involved in a lot of women.
That's why I said need. Some do without. But the ones that work them crazy intense hours and the military women.
You said they too, or they just need to be choked because they need to be choked?
Nah, they just need to be choked.
No sex involved. They just need to be
Peaches,
choked.
would you like to speak?
Are you still in? Peaches
are you still in the
if she sit here on this camera and say that I'm lying,
because we have a perfect military woman. Are you in an NDA situation, Peaches? If so, I'll move on.
Let me zoom in here. Lie to the camera. Tell me I'm lying. How many years you in now?
About 20.
Oh yeah, you ain't lying. She said, "Born to be 20." I ain't never heard her talk like.
Yeah, tell me I'm a liar, Peaches.
I ain't never heard Peaches.
You got
I ain't never heard her voice tremble
a
little bit. I ain't never heard her voice tremble. She ain't got to say it. She ain't got to say it.
I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Right. I'm with you when you're
Thank
right.
you.
When you right, CJ. She ain't even had to admit it. I ain't never heard her voice tremble. She's.
I know what I'm talking about. All the military women, especially the tough ones that been in for a minute, they need, not want, they need.
That's interesting.
Know what I'm talking about?
That's interesting.
And I think Sneak said some shit about it too. Look, and she like, I think about to hit 10. They need.
Okay. Need. That's interesting.
That's like in the moment thing. You just can't walk around. Yeah.
Yeah.
They so structured and tough minded that they get that one nigga they rock with. Just like, oh my god, do it harder.
So when you say need, are you telling me? If you say need, are you telling me in the moment you grab the man's hand and put his hands around your neck and make him choke you? Do you do that? Peach, have you done that? I'm sorry.
Huh?
Listen, we don't judge.
Yeah, I came across women that have done that. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. And they won't military. So, like you said, yeah. I'm saying I see what CJ's saying. So it's some women that haven't been in the military that actually need to because they'll do that. Like, feel me? But yeah, okay.
Nah, this one when I say need, I'm saying like, let's say y'all get in the moment and it's the one time you don't choke her. She gonna point that shit out afterwards. Why you didn't grab up a dick? What happened? What's the problem? Is something wrong with me? Like, it's the fact that she gonna point it out that it didn't happen. It's like a requirement,
bro.
Damn.
Don't let it be on the back and you on top. At some point, you got to sit up some and yeah.
Stay my vanilla ass.
I know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Stay my vanilla ass right on the porch. Y'all got it. Okay.
That's not, okay.
So we going back. Let's go back to a psychological thing again. Then
no. Jalen came off mute. She was trying to.
Oh, my bad. I ain't here. Come on, Jalen. Speak up. Be loud.
Fuck you, Vino.
What, Jalen? We tripping? Choking is regular? That's regular degular?
Yeah.
Say it loud. Say it with your chest.
I said yeah.
Okay.
Brittany might need to come down and come back up.
See, that's regular degular. But CJ, the need. So what about you? Is it need? I don't want to make it too personal. I'm sorry. It's just
ask.
like
I'm not sure about that. Just ask.
Is it like a need for you, Jalen?
Depends on like if we're like trying to be sensual or not.
Trying to be what?
Sensual.
Okay.
If it's like a romantic night, more than likely I'm not gonna be into you choking me. But if it's just
got you.
Yeah.
We own one. Goddamn. Okay.
Got you. Brittany?
Y'all ever did the
You on mute, Brittany?
You on mute. Wi-Fi just don't want her to be great.
You might have to step down at this point. Because she wasn't on mute. It just wasn't no audio.
Brittany, you look like somebody's grandma trying to read a text message.
Trying to figure it out. You got to step down.
All right, how about
drop down and come back. There you go. There you go. You good. We hear you.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Y'all leave me alone from my grandma. But what I was saying for choking, I don't want my air cut off. I like feel of the neck and the pressure, but I still need to be able to breathe in and out. So don't cut my air all the way off. So
they don't put the pressure in the right place sometimes.
Damn.
Well, that's why I take my hand and I adjust. So if you got looking too much, I'm like, hold up, baby, and I will adjust it for you. So it'll be just right.
That has happened.
Trying to get an adjustment done, I feel like that fucks the mood up. You can't be like,
no, it don't. If you do it gently, you don't. Yeah, no, you be like, baby, you're doing it wrong. You just gently just take it and just guide his hand.
If I die, I die. Crazy.
Come or die.
Or like, if I tell you tighter, they try to like do the whole neck, but it's really like the middle where the windpipe is.
This nigga speaks if I die,
You're supposed to do it tighter there, not my whole fucking neck where you trying to.
Right, yeah. They
Just
gotta know where
in the middle of my neck, and that's where you can't breathe. Like, she wants you right there.
Oh, see, I got long hands, so your whole fucking neck getting grabbed.
I do blood chokes. I don't do wind chokes. I do blood chokes. I'm trying to make you pass out for a second and come back like, oh my god, what is this?
You hitting pressure points, Wody.
But yeah, sometimes you gotta stab yourself too because you got somebody that's choking you, and then it's low key turning them on too. You mess around, you gonna die because
Yeah.
you trying to push them off of you, and they
Wait,
thinking that it's part of the
Joanna and
whole
Brittany,
back and
have you
forth.
been with men that like to be choked? I have.
Yeah, girl.
Nah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Jalen,
nah,
that's why I was about
not
to get to
me.
the men. Hey, fellas,
Mm-hmm.
what about y'all,
Nope,
fellas?
nope.
Nigga.
I like to do the
Most of them
choke.
will
Hey
never admit it,
man,
but
hey
a lot
look,
of y'all
the
like to be
look,
choked.
my
Yeah,
comeback experience has fucked me up a little bit. Don't touch my neck. The party might
Yeah.
end right then and there. I ain't gonna lie to you. You might touch my neck, and in my mind, I'm on deployment number 4, and I'm about to fucking break your fucking shit. Like, so don't do
Hey,
it.
But
Don't
see,
do
they
it.
better
All
put
right.
some combatants on
a
you.
girl arm is diabolical. Like, yo.
Hey,
Tap.
I
you going for a neck? I'm going for the kill. So just
Yo.
don't do
Loosen
it.
this up.
yeah,
What? I
like
mean, for y'all to be experiencing, we can't say it don't happen if they know niggas they've been choking out during sex. I can't say they wrong. Shit.
some joints done choked me before, but it been like some been like just like hands around the neck type ride, but some been like they
it's the most, it's
trying
the
to choke me for
most,
real. So then it
it's the
turns into
most
a battle to
masculine
me.
ones though. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
the
turned into
most
a battle to
This
me.
masculine
nigga
ones.
having
The worst
competition. Who
shit.
can choke who out first?
This
It
nigga,
be
Not
the
yeah,
it
Who
this
be
gonna
the
nigga,
die?
worst
Who
shit
gonna die?
talkers. It be the most masculine men that you would never
Hey
expect that like to
man.
get choked.
hey bro, it turned into a battle for me, Jalen. Like you want to really do this? All right, you feel what I'm saying?
Hey, Beto out here like, all right, bitch, let's see who go out
this
first.
nigga beating him looking like Macho Man Randy Savage trying to tense the neck up.
Yo, this nigga Beto like, you gonna go out before I go out.
And then yeah, and then you know what I'm saying. Then sometimes you ain't really necessarily got battling with the choking them back. You feel what I'm saying? Like sometimes you battling them just by grabbing their hips. Like motherfucker, I'll break my pelvic bone in your motherfucking ass. I bet you release. You know what I'm saying? It'll turn into
Release
a
me.
battle for me.
This nigga in competition over who gonna choke
Yo,
who out is funny
competition
as
getting choked
hell.
out is diabolical. Y'all niggas is funny as shit.
Yo, battle over air.
This
Yeah,
competition is
it's a
not
great time. Choking is a great time.
holy shit.
Jalen said it's a great time, man.
Y'all
Hmm.
different. Y'all are different. So we listen and we don't judge.
I told you I'm judging the fuck out of y'all
Oh
tonight.
wait, but you didn't say, but Shada, you like you into choking? You didn't say about yourself.
No, I'm not like into choking at all. Like I said, I
Okay.
choked a woman, but I ain't into that.
Okay.
Shit. I ain't keep your hands around my motherfucking neck.
Okay,
I
so
don't
we
even
got a
like choking
sample
at
size of that. Out of all those, it's some chokers and chokettes around this motherfucker.
That's a fact. We
Okay.
got some
Chokers.
chokees. We got some
Some will die.
chokees in this bit. Yeah, fuck that.
Once I know your occupation, I know how hard I gotta choke your ass. That's all I need to know. I
You
just
gotta
need to know
choke
your
me.
Damn.
occupation.
You gotta
Yeah,
choke
that's
me,
funny.
CJ.
Choke
Yeah,
at the
that's all I need. Tell
occupation
me
is crazy.
tell me you deep in the medical field. Tell me you prior service or active duty. Tell me you stressed out at your job because you work 10 to 12 to 18 hours. I'm choking the fuck out of you, all right? We gonna
How
have a
does a
good
choke
time,
fix
but
stress? A choke fix
it's
stress?
happening. It's stressful. I'm about to take some of that stress out of you right now.
I can't with y'all. I can't with
Crazy
y'all.
work.
So I'm gonna ask the Pandora's box question. Since we're having a conversation, are there any stories or kinks that y'all like to share? What's your wildest sexual experience that you care to share?
I'm gonna
Wildest?
tell. I'm gonna tell about a kink that happened to me, but that shit was kind of crazy. I couldn't get with it though. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was in the army, right? Like it was just like I swear to God, it was this chocolate dark skinned girl. She was so bad, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I get her back to the barracks and shit. You know what I'm saying? We doing woo the woo and you know what I'm saying, messing around. And I get her, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to, you know what I'm saying? She like, I gotta tell you something. I'm like, what's up? She was like, I like to be whooped. I'm like, I like to be beat, like type. I'm like, what you mean? She was like, you know, like with a belt, like I like to be whooped. So I'm like, all right, shit, I'm
What?
with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So look, I hit her with the belt, boom, like playing with her. She was like, no. She was like, no. Like, I need you to fucking leave marks on me. Like, I was like, oh hell no. I can't do that. I feel like it was a setup. Like I was in the army and shit. Like I felt like that shit was straight setup. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't do it. And she went in this spiel about her dad used to whoop her, and she just like it just fucked me over.
Psychological
Like,
shit
yeah,
going
that
on.
shit
Right?
fucked me over big time. Like,
Nigga.
Shit was wild.
I think the wildest
That's
for
too
me is
much.
probably the wildest for me. Probably I had like the candle wax experience.
Oh, I was about to say that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, don't be a menace.
yeah, I had that one. And you know
that,
what? We
That's what I was
that
probably
shit
thinking
feel
of.
that's
weird
probably
though.
what
That
instilled
shit.
it in us. Maybe I don't know, but subconsciously, I don't know. Like, or just maybe, but it's funny. But just like maybe I don't know because that movie was fucking. We watched that shit a lot coming up. But
Right.
goddamn, but yeah, I did hot wet spirit. I want to do it again though. That shit do be hot. You know what I mean? I don't like.
She ain't blowing it, you know. She got to blow that shit. She got to blow
What?
that shit.
I mean, what, Vito?
That's how that works. Like, oh shit.
It was, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't that
Now
bad,
you
but I
got to
wouldn't
try to
do
be
that
tough.
shit.
You got to take that shit.
Yeah,
That's what make that
right. And
shit
like, I
work.
don't want to try to be tough, like at that moment. All right,
Got to
that's
be
cool.
tough.
Like, it got to, you know what I'm saying? Like, that'd be, I wouldn't like that. Wouldn't be no like shit every month, every week, or none of that shit. It probably won't be ever again. You feel what I'm saying? For real, but it won't. I ain't gonna, you know, what I'm saying, thumbs it down. I'm just, it's like, you know what I'm saying, like it ain't no need for
Sideways.
me to try it again. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
One and
Tried
done.
it, hated it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yo, that's wicked. Anybody else want to share?
I mean, I
I'm
don't
trying
know.
to think.
Right. I mean, it was just this one guy, and he wanted his nipples played with. I never experienced that. I was like, and it just took me by storm. Like he couldn't even keep it up if his nipples weren't being played with. Like it was just something that completely turned him on. But it was a complete turn off for me. Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So dudes like the nipples
That's
played with.
cool.
That's interesting.
Damn, niggas can't do that.
They can't do that.
You
Fuck, niggas
stupid.
can't do shit.
I mean, I get
Oh,
no, I can't find the logic in this, but I see the whole if a woman, I mean, those are one of the top 5 spots on a woman where the nerve endings are sensitive. So I guess maybe it works the
I
same way
mean,
for
I
men. I'm
get
not
it too,
sure.
but for you to not be able to keep it up without it being played, I'm like, baby, I ain't playing ping pong. I'm not about to do this all day long. Like, no, no.
Yo, telling a nigga to do that to himself while he trying to get a stroke in is disgusting.
You
That's
know,
diabolical, bro.
Screw
see,
That's
that's why I
wild.
feel like niggas that's got like nipple piercings that they wanted them type of niggas.
yes.
That's why they got the nipples pierced. So they can pull their shit just to be able to Britney and get their shit up. Nah, fuck that.
Well, first of
That's
all,
crazy
nipple
work.
piercing it can go both ways. It can give you more sensation, or you can lose altogether. So it really just depends on it for real, for real.
Hey, I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell you a
no,
fetish. I'm
good.
gonna tell you a fetish that I want to experience. Right, I want to experience the girl with the split tongues and shit. The tongue that can damn do all type of shit.
It
Like I
ain't
want to.
special. It ain't special.
Yo,
It ain't
Hey,
special.
CJ, I'm not taking your word for shit. I want to
Hey.
experience that shit on my own.
Hey
You
man, it
me?
look cool. It look cool.
I want it. I want
It
it.
look cool. It's like one of those things where you could be like, oh, you think it's gonna be some outlandish crazy shit, right? But once you put the motherfucker in the mouth, it's the same shit. You don't. It ain't really nothing. It
Man,
ain't about to get no fucking crazy
listen.
massage in that motherfucker. Nah.
I had to share the lady, man, on my Facebook shit, man. The lady
It's more
had
of
like
a
her tongue split like 3-4 different ways, dog. Like that shit was
y'all talk this
cracking.
nigga up. This is all y'all fault. Sean has sex. And
Sean, he can't,
Oh my
this nigga, this
I knew y'all
retired
was gonna say that
whore
shit.
ain't been in this motherfucker yet. As soon as we get on some shit like this, he like, hey,
Easy,
this
easy
is
on
me.
Sean, easy on
This is
Sean,
me.
man. I've been telling y'all he has a set spider sense. It's
Boo.
not. I've been telling y'all this shit for months now. If Sean
That
was
nigga
having,
Sean said they
Hey,
finally
Shaggy,
did it. They
what's
finally
poppin',
hit
bro?
the bat signal.
Hey
What's poppin', brother? How
man, look,
you?
man, that bat signal, man. What's the word?
it was
Cool.
good.
How you?
What was the
So
question?
to catch you up, Sean, we was talking about the craziest sex story you had. We went through a kink list. You want me to bring it back up for you, or you want to go with your story? What we doing first, Sean? You knew. You just got here. Do you want to see what black people went to, or you
Is
going
this nigga
to
blushing? Like he don't talk about shit all day?
Okay, now he went with a straight face. Like, hold on, let me cut this out.
Play too much on my name.
Have you want to play it? You know, I'm always
This
ready.
man got moonlighting, trying to blush like, oh yeah, y'all talking about this for real.
This
I
nigga
don't know
different.
if they talking about it. Boy.
Right. So, Sean, I'm gonna bring up the list, and I'm gonna just run through them real quick, and then we'll get your thoughts on that. And then, if you want to share a story, you can. So, these are some of the black people kinks. You got golden showers. We gonna know what that is. Scatophilia, like getting shitted on. Spanking, pregnancy sex, fisting, rimming, and choking. Your thoughts, my good brother.
All right, real quick. Let me ask this though for Sean. On that list, which one of those have you not done? Take your time.
Hey, yo, most of them. I've not done most of them.
So you look at that shit. That's crazy work.
Yeah, some of that shit is way too much. I mean, the golden shower thing, that was interesting.
Yeah, down, bro. Like what? Like,
yeah.
Tito,
I just know whoever cleaned that hotel room, they was, what the whole fuck is going on in this job? You know what I'm saying? And it was like Shorty was you know, she wanted to try it, and I'm like, okay. So you know what I'm saying?
This ain't try. What
when was you propositioned? The win matters, bro. Was that like y'all already getting it popping? That's something she kind of mentioned before. Like, you know, I kind of
we had been together for like I think a year and a half at that point.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. And she liked a lot of stuff. A lot of it I didn't do. Like she liked sounds, like animal sounds and shit. And I don't role play ain't my thing. I'm like, I can't do no thing. I would laugh.
What you mean? What you mean?
Yo,
like, give me an
yeah,
example.
yeah.
Give me an example.
Yo, literally, she like animal sounds and shit, and I'm like, I can't. I'm too goofy for that shit. Like I wouldn't.
Like an elephant and like a horse, a zebra. Or
horse was the one that she mentioned.
Like that R. Kelly song with them animals in it.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I'm like,
yeah, I'm too goofy. I'm too goofy for some shit like that too.
And all that, I would laugh through the whole thing, man.
Yeah, I'm too goofy for some shit like that, bro.
All right.
Yeah, so she like that. So she brought it up at some point, and we was at this hotel, and it was a really nice hotel too. Nice hardwood floor. I'm like, oh, this is nice. Perfect to piss on. And so
tomato.
Niggas drinking. You know, she like edibles and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And so she laid on the floor, and I proceeded to piss on her.
Oh God.
And,
okay. She was a sister.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got a question for you. So we asked this earlier. How did somebody even introduce you, or how did she bring it up to you since you have experiences?
She just said it. Like she was not shy at all. She just said, we did a lot of shit, like fucked in a lot of public places. And you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of, she was one of those, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, she kind of started off subtle and then just kind of escalated to I like this also and just kept adding stuff on. Is that?
Oh no, she didn't start off slowly. No. She jumped off the porch.
She started off subtle.
Okay.
Like the first date was like we went to the bar. Matter of fact, she met me there. I ordered everything, didn't let her choose shit. We went back to the crib, got in the pool, had more drinks, went upstairs, had sex. You know what I'm saying? And I had this blue sofa at the time, and it was she was a squirter, and so it was all over my sofa. So she immediately she was, you know, that. But no, it was fun. I ain't gonna lie.
Now was she ever your girl or just somebody you just had fun?
She was my girl the whole time. Yeah, for 2.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so first date sex can lead to a relationship, ladies. So don't hold the pussy back. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go ahead and put it out there. She went all the fuck out with you with her interview. Because like I said, whenever you meet somebody, that was an interview. and she said she wanted to hear you, so she went all the fuck out. So let's just go ahead and put that out there.
She was amazing. Absolutely, she was amazing.
And she got the job. She got the job. Okay.
Oh yeah, shout out to her. And so look, it was I ain't gonna lie. So I pissed on her, then I laid on the ground, and she squatted over my dick, and she started pissing on my shit. Then she got on it, rolled me to it was crazy.
And you was a
we don't judge.
Yo, what the fuck?
I'll be telling the truth. You said what?
Where did you pee on her at? Did you pee like where in what vicinity were you peeing on her?
Up this way somewhere.
So
what is it about twins?
That would have been her problem.
So my whole thing is like, how were you able to keep erect through this? Like it was like, fuck it, I'm on one. We here, fuck it. Like it is what it is.
Yeah, you know what? I'm like, it was like warm and like, I'm like, okay. No, she's highly attractive. So it's very, very attractive. You know what I'm saying?
So the pill helped a lot with this whole situation.
You said the pill?
Yeah,
like her look.
Her looks.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Fucking right. Yeah.
You can't be ugly and peeing on me too. Like, come on.
Hell no.
We can't be both. Like, we're not doing that shit.
Monster, son. Not no monster.
Crazy.
It was that shit was interesting. I mean, I've had so much vagina. At some point, you know, a little bit of motherfucking sasson on your shit don't hurt. You know what I'm saying? As long as there's no backdoor shawty shit. You know what I'm saying?
This nigga over here like, I'm so sick and tired of salt and pepper. I need some Cajun in my life.
Right. There's a little bit of tahini on that shit. You know what I'm saying? She from the South.
I need some paprika, goddamn it. I'm tired of the same season.
Smoked paprika to be exact.
So sure. I got a question. Through your explorations and exploits, was there anything that you learned about yourself that you didn't know exploring kinks?
That I'm not kinky.
Okay.
That I fucked a whole lot, but I'm not kinky. Because once even that list, I'm like, I've only done a couple things on that list. I'm like, most of that shit will make me cringe. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like I said, role play my thing. You can't tie me up. I mean, I can tie you up type shit, but you ain't tying.
Is tying up a kink?
Yeah. You said what? Yeah. Oh yeah, BDSM.
BDSM. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, they most time when people get spanked, they tied up.
I've done that too, huh? Yeah, nigga, you done it. I see it.
No, I got handcuffed.
Oh yeah.
To try to win a bet.
Fuck that, bro. I don't know, man.
Who won? Who won the bet, nigga? You.
Oh, I lost that bet. I ain't gonna lie. I lost that bet. Shit, the goal was he was gonna handcuff me and like he was gonna like go give me a head and see how long it would take before me to come. And the time frame was supposed to be 30 minutes. Because in sex I can go longer than that before the first one. But she cheated. The motherfucker added like ice cubes. The nigga added some syrup shit that went from hot to cold with the ice cube. It was so many crazy sensations that I think I had like 20 minutes. And then in the moment, nigga, I felt like my soul was being snatched. Because once it happened, once I'm over here trying to shoot the fucking roof, this motherfucker wasn't stopping, and I'm handcuffed. Nigga, I felt like I was dying and coming back. And so it was just like, never again. Never again.
That's 15 minutes longer than I would have lasted in that situation.
Goddamn right.
Nigga, instant oatmeal, nigga, fuck all that. Take this shit, show they get up out of here. Get reloaded.
Yeah, bro, I fucking died, bro. I was dying coming back. When that shit was over with, nigga, I didn't know whether to cuss her out or be like, I love you. I didn't know how to respond. I felt happy and violated at the same time. It was such a fucked up experience. I said never again. I never would have had these mixed emotions like this, bro. That was so fucked up.
That's my next question to the panel, yo. What is the moments like after this shit happens? So think about your nastiest encounter. Is it awkward afterwards? Does it bring you closer to the person you do it with? Like, what's the vibe like after y'all done the nastiest, freakiest shit you could think of? What's the vibe?
Nah, nigga, she was hype as fuck after that shit. She proved a point. And you know how girls is. I don't care what it is. If they successfully prove a point, nigga, they hovering that shit over your head like a fucking football stadium blimp, my nigga. forever. And because I lost, I had to take her ID, right? So we go out to fucking the fuck we go through? Texas Roadhouse. Oh, I want to get the 16 ounce. I want extra rolls at the table. Make sure I get the mashed potatoes and the whole time, nigga eating, smiling hard as fuck. I'm over here like, I can't be mad because at the end of the day, that shit felt good as fuck. But damn, I lost.
That was different, bro.
It was. I don't know, man. Never again, though. Never again. Fuck that.
Yeah. Anybody think about your wildest encounter? You don't have to share the encounter. What's the vibe like afterwards?
I was thinking for me, it's
Satisfied.
like,
Yeah, satisfied,
Definitely
sleepy, hungry.
Ready for the next one. I mean, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yo, different. I be judgy as fuck. You like you nasty as hell. Even though you let me do it, you just nasty.
But you got to put it at the end. But I like that shit.
Right. You nasty motherfucker.
I was over thinking like, you cheated though. You didn't say nothing about where did the fucking hot syrup shit come from? Why you had ice cubes, bitch? Like you didn't.
But see, that's what I'm saying though. Have y'all see now? Ben, as you said that, Strata, I gotta ask, like, what did you do to make it be like, you nasty muff? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm not telling that. That was
okay.
Real freaky ass shit, bro. Like
for sure. So don't say we different because my satisfied, hungry, sleepy probably because it won't that wild. You just said.
Yeah, nigga, like you been now. He's like, yo,
nah. It is some nasty joints, but it's like not nasty. Like it's like, yeah, it's nasty.
Nah, nasty, nigga.
It's nasty.
Yeah.
I was with a voyeurist.
It's nasty.
Oh, hold on, Jalen.
What you say, Jalen?
I was with a voyeurist.
Really?
Tell us more.
Yeah, I need more. What happened? What?
You don't know what voyeurism is?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know what she's saying. What she say?
No,
Voyeurism. The ones that watch.
Voyeurism. Yeah, peeping toms.
Like to spy.
Oh, okay.
Tell us more, Jalen. What happened?
Story time. Like, what we doing?
He set up like, you know how the parents have those like cameras for kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, set up. And like, the only way I was allowed to like relieve myself is if he could watch. But I would never know when he was watching.
Wow.
Fucking righteous.
Oh,
that's okay. That's different.
So how you know when you could relieve yourself then?
I think she did anyways. He just might be watching.
Yeah, she just know what he was watching.
Yeah,
he was watching.
I had to have the cameras up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not the camera and peeping Tom.
So was you taking a submissive role and he was like what's going on with this?
It wasn't specifically stated to be that way. It kind of just ended up that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I need the formula to that. I just want to see like how does that how do you know what I'm saying?
It just comes up in conversation. Y'all could just be talking. But I was able to talk to him about anything, so we would just talk about that stuff.
So
could you imagine? You imagine if he like recorded the whole entire time you doing all that, right? And then afterwards he come in the living room, plays the clip of you doing it. He like, you see right here. See, if you had moved your fingers like this, and if you had rotated like this, you could have finished
playback.
Monday,
diabolical. Give me points like you're watching a football game.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's different,
that
dog.
would be a voyeurist at that point because he gets off on spying while I'm
crazy.
Act. So.
That okay. That's
was he a tech guy? Was he what did he do for a living? I'm just curious.
See.
He was.
See, so he was doing that shit already. So you just allowed him to.
Yeah.
Just doing it in a more X-rated way.
Men hear that and we start picturing like the pussy. Women hear that and they start thinking about like the drapes and all that and like home. Who cares? Like, you know what I'm
Type shit. She picking out the outfit. Niggas are like, yeah, we don't give a fuck about that, bro. Get to the nasty. Yo, all right. So, fellas, I got a question for y'all. When your ladies wear sexy lingerie and sexy things, does that increase your sexual appetite for?
No, no,
Y'all ain't gotta crush our feelings like that. We be thinking we doing something.
no. And you know what? And I'm gonna do it every time. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't comprehend it. You gonna wear this fucking fishnet outfit that's gonna get in the way of me. Why? This what you can do. Odds are I'm dating someone that's a lot shorter than me. I'm 6'2". Put on one of my shirts, beloved. That's it. Some socks. Rock a muumuu. Ain't that what they call that shit?
The moo.
Rock the little muumuu dress shit with the pockets in it, like a long ass. Wear that shit.
I don't
Some
know.
socks if
It's
your
already
feet
open,
cold.
CJ. The
They
cross
can be
part
hood
is already
I see
open.
what you're saying.
That's probably
You know
what
what
it's
it
doing.
is, though?
I like it. I like it if it's cool if it's like a whole setup thing, like not wearing it to come to bed. Like if it's a whole, if it's a whole vibe, like a whole setup behind. I appreciate it then for sure.
You know what's
Yeah,
wicked? You know, I'm the
like
exact.
you come in, it's like the whole setup, Brittany. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole vibe, the
Right.
ambiance, the food, the whole vibe that leads to the bed. But if you coming out the bathroom with it on, it's like for what? You feel what I'm saying?
That
I'm
shit
just
coming
saying, bro. I'm
immediately off.
actually the exact opposite, bro. Like, I would rather you wear that sexy shit casually doing things throughout the house all day type shit. Like, if you're gonna do it, commit. I'm
But
just
you got to
saying.
wear
I'm
that
with
fishnet outfit while cooking breakfast.
exactly like that. Be the shit. Like, damn, that's sexy as fuck. You feel me? Like, you get kind of sneak a peek. Like, that's bad, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, but
This
just
nigga on some bachelor Playboy mansion type shit.
I'm just
I
saying,
like
like,
the
put them
boy
on for
shorts with the
30 seconds.
little,
Yeah, with the butt cheek showing a little bit at the
yeah, the
bottom.
little butt cheek under the bottom and the little
Yeah,
like, you know
that's
what I'm
always
saying,
sexy.
tied shirt. Yeah,
That's always
that's
sexy.
what I like. Fuck the lingerie. Put that shit on.
I don't
No,
know.
Make my
Or
shit
them little,
production.
or you know them little silk shorts that kind of like the same thing. The little silk ones.
Mhm.
Them shits fire, dog. Like
I'm just gonna give her
Make
one of my shirts and she'll be
do
alright.
everything you did to get me. Don't
That
ever
way I could
think
just
that
lift
I
the shirt and go at it.
maybe choose you. You know what I'm saying?
good point.
Like
Good
it's
point.
like a Christmas present. You don't just hand a motherfucker a PlayStation. Wrap that motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? Put the bowl in. You know what I'm saying? I want to see some shit that I want to unwrap. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit turn a nigga up. I think it's that's sexier than nudity. Like even if I watch corn, don't just I don't want to just go to the fucking. Like I gotta see the lead up type shit. You know what I'm saying?
The
And
theatric
so
matters.
wrap my present up. You know what I'm saying? We'll rip that shit off and go buy some more. But no,
Type
wrap that
shit.
shit up.
That's a fact. And ladies, the ones with easy access, you can never go wrong with it. That way you can still feel sexy and we can still do what we're gonna do.
Right. I might say that's all that's in the drawer. I mean,
Type
I
shit.
mean, it
fishnet.
has
For sure.
All
levels.
that.
That fishnet sexy because you can pop that shit. Oof.
Yeah, I mean, with
Mhm.
that too. I mean, because you got stockings that have it, but if it ain't giving you
Oh no.
Brittany, your Wi-Fi is just PG as fuck tonight, bro.
Yeah.
Stop.
Your Wi-Fi is not having it, love. Yo.
Nah, Brittany got that. Brittany got that text that hey, you saying a little too
Yeah,
much.
she got a call or something.
That's what it was. She ain't froze. They just said
There's
something.
somebody cutting her internet on and
She got
off.
that whole
Right.
tone it
She
down
got
text.
the voice command.
no, and
You're like,
these
I don't
phone
like
calls,
that
these
shit.
folks still keep coming out, and I don't put on do not disturb. So
We know. That's
Just got a
fuck.
They're
shitty
trying to get you
iPhone.
to tone it down a little bit, yo. Yo, down.
Yeah.
You know?
They smell that pussy talking to air. Yeah.
Right. Niggas like, whoa, now, goddamn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about all that lingerie shit. Y'all
Nigga
can have
calling
that.
Brittany like, yeah, it's just real important. What was the day again? You like, motherfucker, you called me for that? Oh, okay, I appreciate it.
right.
So what about the no panties thing? I thought most of y'all like that.
No panties.
Yeah.
I just said a shirt and nothing
Sundress,
else.
yeah,
I said
they gonna
socks at
never
most.
not stop
And then
liking it.
she whispers in your ear, I don't have any panties on.
That's
Most of
fine.
Mm,
y'all, y'all ready to go.
That's a
mm.
fact.
Nah, she don't whisper in your ear. She just put your hand under that thing and let you feel it.
Either
Or
way,
she
I got
Nah,
panties, bro.
or
All
she'll
your
that's
rub
different.
that thing and then rub it on your arm or rub it on your something like, oh yeah.
nah, she just reach up
Wait.
and grab something and then you see it type shit. Y'all tripping. The
It's
subtleties matter, bro.
She know
Either
damn well she
either
could
one of
not
them,
reach
either
that
one of
cereal
them
box
work
on the
for me.
refrigerator, but purposely did it to let me know she ain't got nothing underneath there. All right, you fucked
Toast
up.
crunch. Let
Rub
me know.
that thing and rub it on my arm, rub my neck, like that
What
motherfucker
the
be wet rubbing across.
Fuck.
God,
See,
somebody.
this is why I said
Yo.
I'm judging niggas, because he basically said I need some of that cat perfume right
Yeah.
now.
Give
Well,
me
look.
that. Hey, what they call it? That pheromones. Give me them pheromones. Scrap.
Oh yeah,
Pheromones.
pheromones, yeah. I actually
Sean, the
went to a
fifth one is
place.
tomatoes.
That was like the requirement. Like that was a requirement to get in free as a woman.
You have
Say
to wear
what?
your pheromones on? Like,
No, you would come in with no panties on.
Oh, you went to that
What was the
place?
first part?
No, so I went to I went to a place and that was a requirement to come in as a woman with no panties on. Well, you get in free.
So you
It's
went
not.
to that place?
Yeah.
Tell us more about
That outfit that they require no
Question
candy.
is, did you get in free? Did
Sound
you
like
get
you.
in
Tell us
free?
more.
Uh-huh.
There you go. There you go.
How they know though?
There you go.
Brittany, whatever, huh?
How do they know? I'm curious. How
That
logistically?
had to been a squeeze test.
Oh no. Well, for what I wore on the side, you could see that I didn't have anything on the first time. But I went back the
Okay.
next time, like though it's women there that they can check. Or you just lift
Oh,
it up
so
and
you went
show
more
them.
than one.
TJ, I feel like you're judging me.
I already look. I told y'all the first 30 seconds of this fucking show. I'm judging the fuck out of everybody today. You said you went more than one.
Yeah.
girl, no judgment. He vanilla.
Okay,
Don't worry about
all
it.
right.
Like you had to like
Boy,
sign
it
up to
was
get
some
in. You can't just walk through the door. You gotta have a
Oh,
jealous
so you
shit.
gotta make reservations.
You gotta have a
Sex-
membership.
So was it a sex club? That's what it sounds like. Sounds like a
Yeah,
sex club.
that's what it
Oh
sounds
yeah,
like.
some of them in there, yeah. Some people in there are having sex.
Hey,
Yeah,
Sean, you
sex.
might have to come out of retirement, brother.
Them shit's real. Them shit's real.
Hey,
Oh,
Yeah,
they real.
they are.
They
Really
used to have the
real.
red door in Fayetteville before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
If you know, you know.
They're usually either invite only or you get a membership.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all know a lot not to be doing that much.
No, the red door
Goddamn,
that
See, I
used
boy,
to
can
be
y'all
know
know a lot of
anything.
Fayetteville.
I'm
information,
listening.
boy.
If you know, you know.
these niggas went from vanilla to Neil
I
Politics.
don't do a lot with
real
a
quick.
lot of people. That's the difference. I don't do a lot with a lot of
Nah,
Okay. Sounds
there's
good.
definitely places like that.
people. Yeah.
Okay, we've had fun. Now we're gonna get to some of the serious part of the show.
Oh,
Yeah, we gotta educate people and shit. You know what I'm saying? We on the internet. People don't be knowing.
Mm-mm.
Um,
They
shout
need
out
to
to
bring the red door back.
schools about the red door.
The red door.
I heard about a red door.
I've
You
heard
niggas
about red
crazy.
boots.
Never
I ain't heard
entered
about
though.
no red
Never
door.
entered.
Hey man, you had to know people that know people to get in. You had to
That
show proof that your
sounds
test
like
results was clear. But the red door,
nigga. That sound like
everybody fucking.
any Netflix special. Fuck you talking about?
Everybody fucking everybody. Yeah, that shit was built different.
Hey yo, okay, that just happened.
Sound pretty Diddy-ish.
It was pretty intense. Whole lot of water.
Water.
Noted.
Water.
Stay hydrated. All right, y'all.
Drink water.
Hydrated. Let's get to the psychology behind some of this. I did find an article on Psychology Today. I'm gonna kind of skim it. So what happened was there was a guy that done massive interviews for people that had these kinks. And again, I promise we're actually getting into the show. So the idea of this conversation is we're getting into kinks to kind of walk us into the realm of Shannon Sharpe and Kanye West. So that's the whole premise of this thing. So before we get to those two, you know, it's been all over the internet. I want to kind of walk down the psychology behind what may cause kinks based on a person that was doing a couple of different studies. So this is Psychology Today. We'll take a look at this together. And I'm going to see if I can squint my eyes so I can actually read it. Give me 1 second, y'all. So the premise behind this whole thing is screw if I could scroll. The premise of this is that the author, Michael Aaron, he has a PhD in standard deviations, but he was talking with Samuel Hughes, which is a psychology researcher at the University of California. And they kind of did an intersectionality test. And these are some of the things that he came up with. I'm trying to scroll down to the questions I thought was interesting. He kind of differentiated between kink and fetish. So if you didn't know, A kink is a broad term that refers to a wide variety of consensual, non-traditional sex, sensual, intimate behaviors. A fetish is a more narrow term that describes people with an erotic or intimate interest in a specific non-genital body parts. So fabrics, smells, fluids, that's a fetish. A kink, not so much. So a kink would be your erotic role playing and the domination. Fetishes, more like feet, inanimate objects. So that's the difference between the two. I thought that was interesting. And he said, you uncovered 5 phases of kink identity development modeled on a cast model of coming out. Can you briefly describe these 5 stages and how they compare or contrast to the cast model? So the 5 stages he identified are as follows. Early encounters. This stage encompasses early inklings towards kink, typically taking place before the age of 10, where the kinky people experience an attraction, draw, or fascination with a kink or fetish interest, often without the words or concepts to understand it, and often without sexual arousal. Examples include wanting to be captured while playing cops and robbers, or seeing television shows with superheroes in peril and feeling absorbed by the show. The second stage is exploration with self. This stage encompasses kinky people exploring their kink or fetish interests with themselves, typically between the ages of 5 and 14. This exploration typically occurs via fantasizing, seeking out erotic media, masturbating, or exploring material sensations on their bodies. Next, you have evaluation. This stage encompasses the process by which kinky people evaluate what their kink interests mean for their identities and lives, and typically takes place between the ages of 11 to 14. At the same time, when other identity development processes are often in full swing, it can involve feeling a stigma over their kink interests, feeling generally different, realizing that not all of their peers share their interests, worrying there might be something wrong with them, and sometimes actively engaging in research in order to try to label and understand their interests. Then you have finding others. This stage encompasses the process of realizing that there are other people that are into your kink, and often takes place after the age of 11. The discovery of the other kinky people often occurs via the internet. Magazine is often accompanied by a feeling of kinship, such as finding their home, tribe, people, or family. Then the 5th stage is exploration with others. This stage encompasses the process of actively engaging in kinky play and or kinky sex with another person, and typically takes place after the age of 18. That's a wild ass picture. We're gonna pause for the calls.
That threw me all off.
Yeah, I think there was another question that I actually wanted to focus on. I'm trying to get to it.
See,
Give me 1 second.
I like one of Britney type of freaks right there.
Shut
Here we
up.
go.
No.
He got the pierced nipples too.
So it says, finally, you mentioned the kink I'm sorry, that word is fucking me up right now. Pathologization is a typical part of kink development. Why is it so typical, and how does it affect development? Just like LGBTQ adolescents, many kinky adolescents also experience a sense of internalized stigma, worrying they are a freak, bad, crazy, sick, evil, or something's wrong with them. It's largely because kinky people live in a world that often silences their experiences. It makes them feel isolated, and it pushes pathologization. I'm sorry, that word is killing me. Narratives through the media, the law, medicine, religion, and other institutions. What's strange is that currently the DSMV recognizes most kink interests as disorders, and only if the person experiences clinical significant distress. I thought that was interesting. That's kind of the end of that article. So, thoughts, comments, what y'all think, bro?
Seems pretty valid.
Okay, in what way?
But can you bring it back up? Well, I couldn't really see it anyway, but it was just in order on how it like progressed through the progression through how it, you know what I'm saying, manifests into a reality. Like I can see that.
Yeah, especially that cop, like, when we were children playing hide and go seek, cops and robbers, getting like, I can see that. Mm-hmm.
It was hide and go get it back in the countryside.
Oh, that's a fucking fact.
Okay.
So do y'all think that kinks are explored?
Subconsciously, they are not realizing that they would be called kinks. It's just like, for whatever reason, this makes me feel good. But then, if the moment you find out that other people might not like it, then you're like, well, damn, I'm the weirdo now.
Right. Okay.
But if everybody liked it, it wouldn't be looked at. It looked bad.
Hmm. So based on what we know about Shannon Sharpe, because that's our first topic on the table for this evening, do y'all think that what we experienced with the Shannon Sharpe scenario? Now I can give y'all a brief rundown. I'm pretty sure y'all are all aware. So Shannon Sharpe allegedly has a girlfriend of a few years. They were into kind of the role play. She texted some pretty explicit things about wanting black babies in her. They recorded sex tapes that she has in her possession, and there's a recording of him threatening to choke her. And so all of these things kind of led us to another type of realm the way he's getting sued, right? And so I just want to get y'all initial thoughts on where he sits and where we are with it.
Man, I think motherfuckers try to line bro up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really feel like they been into that, and for whatever reason, shorty just try to line bro up.
Why you think that?
Cause bro got that bread now. Like after that Cat Williams shit, that shit made bro in a whole nother tax bracket. So you know what I'm saying? Well, I mean he already had bread, but it just, you know what I'm saying, he got more bread, more fame, more notoriety, all of that shit. So, you know, taking down somebody that's on top and your name could be known at that point. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't think, I think it was scrutiny.
You don't think there's any validation in it?
I mean, if y'all was already, you know what I'm saying, busting them moves and showing like, you know what I'm saying, doing that anyway. Like, so you saying if we role playing and you know what I'm saying, like you take it, like, you know, things can be taken out of context. I haven't heard no full evidence and what was like the context of what it was, but I'm saying we role playing and I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, you say that again, I'm gonna choke the shit out you, like, and you say it
Mm,
again and I choke the shit out you on some
mm.
role playing type shit like that. I mean, that's what we doing. Like that's the mindset we in. Like it's just like acting. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So
That's
you think
exactly.
he just okay? So you think he just was role playing and never came out of it?
I think she was recording him in the role play. I don't like. Was this like something they? See, maybe I'm missing something because I thought that it was a recording and she tried to use a role play type of thing as something that was going on in real time and shit.
So in the
That's kind of
text, so in the
That's what
text
he
she
said.
said, so in the text she said, I asked you not to put it in my anal, and you did anyway. I asked you not to come at me, and you did anyway. Regardless of if it's being a relationship, you can't do that. That was the text messages that was shown
yeah,
online.
yeah.
So she's saying in the message to him that he was like, and all he responded was like, "Can I call you later?" So that conversation is probably what we heard post text messaging when she was texting that I told you no and you still did it. I told you not to come, you still did. I told you not to put it in my ASS and you still did it.
Oh, so
So
this what this about, and not saying I'm gonna choke you and shit.
Nah.
he
The,
he
go ahead.
violently, they allege is that he violently like butt did butt stuff to her after she screamed no because he was going way too hard and he didn't stop.
Mm. Yeah, I missed all of that. I thought about the choking thing
Yeah,
too.
me too.
No, that's tricky too, though.
Mm.
Damn,
Tell me more,
that's
Sean.
tricky.
I'm
I'm
saying
just
like what? All right, now this is my thing, right? Now I ain't even gonna, like I'm not trying to be funny or nothing, right? But I swear on everything I love, somebody just told me today, no, no means maybe. So I said, what do no mean? They said no is when I just don't do it. I'm like,
Um,
what the fuck?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, bro.
yeah, no generally should mean no.
Stop.
So
Yeah.
Yeah,
then, like, what? All right. So what about this? Like, you get in there, so like, we're like, no, no, oh no, like, kind of pushing. Then
exactly.
you stop, and they're like, what the hell you stop for? Like, what's like, what are you doing? Like,
it don't matter, bro.
Yeah.
For your
Nah,
protection,
it's better
just
safe than sorry.
Facts.
yeah.
Why? Yeah, I mean, better safe
So
than sorry,
no
but I
is a
guess it
no. So in sex, no is a damn just turn off word. Like just turn off. If she say
No,
Shut
no,
down.
turn
stop.
off.
Shut it down.
Yeah, shut it down.
Y'all heard
But
that out there now.
I think the person that was maybe talking to you, Wardy, was the one that possibly has this type of kink where they want to be considered rape or that type of stuff where they fight back, but that's what turns them on possibly. So I do know that's something that people have out there, like somebody breaking into the house and manhandling them and doing all of that. So maybe that is what that person could be speaking to, saying no, no, no is a maybe, but ultimately the average person should be no is no.
That's what I was about to say. I was about to so Marcus is an expert in all this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And he was explaining a lot of this shit to me, and I'm like, he was saying like you could either have this dominant thing like during sex, the bedroom time, or all day. You can elect for it to be that, dom and sub type shit. A lot of people choose for it to be an all day type thing, and so that's why I'm making these faces, because I'm like, some people, they have that arrangement, and literally they'll have that type of kink where it's just like, the, like you said, the somebody breaking in type shit. I just told y'all Shorty wanted me to be a fucking owl. She literally said a fucking owl. You know what I'm saying?
But like in the act of like the act, like that's all like foreplay. In the act of having sex, no generally means no.
Especially if you
generally, yeah, but depending on what their agreement is.
And if they have an agreement, no might not mean no, but they usually have a safe word if it goes too far for the other person. Like our safe word is this if we type shit. You feel what I'm saying?
The safe word should be no. Like that's common. But now I gotta say tomatoes because
no. But to Sean's point, if they have that agreement where no doesn't necessarily mean no, like with what he's saying, they'll have a safe word, because in that moment they're trying different shit on moment. They might go from regular stuff to anal sex to pulling out some shit to So like they have a safe word because the kink, like you saying, is saying no. That's the kink, but the safe word is like really no in their situation if they got that going on. You know what I'm saying?
It's like I'm like, we don't, since we know they went into role play and BDSM. I feel like we don't know the extent of their relationship and the parameters around what their agreement was. So I mean, we can say on the surface, no means no. For us, yes, absolutely. But for them, I don't know that for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because for some people, it don't mean that.
Yeah, I agree. But when there are people that try to like say that no means maybe, or women don't really mean no, and they use this as the example or something else as the example, that's when you really have to just shut it down.
Yeah, the articulation gotta be like careful with, cause motherfuckers is stupid for real.
Right. Because talking through that part, there are lots of times in our lives when girls will act like they didn't want to do something, but they really wanted to, and they were being coy. Whole time they could be saying no and pulling their panties. They're pulling their panties down at the same time. So yeah, so it's a sexy coy type of no while they're walking through the act willingly. So it really does.
So they're trying to keep their innocence. Is a way to kind of keep your innocence.
Listen, in the court of law, they don't give a fuck. All right.
I was about to say, if somebody says
and that no shit always, I'm glad it always been a turn off for me, bro. I don't like that shit. I never did, bro. Like I'm stopping for real. Even though I used to, I don't. That shit is a turn on my dick. Bloop, it's gonna go down, bro. Like I don't even like that shit, bro.
So okay, let's play this scenario out. Brittany, you and the guy together, and he trying to kiss you, type shit, right? And you say no, and you giggling, but then you start to pull his face closer. You know what I'm saying? And you kissing him, but then you say no, and you going back and forth like that.
Get the fuck off me, Brittany. Get the fuck on, bro. Get the fuck on, bro. Got my face, Brittany.
Still trying to be cute.
Get the fuck off me, Brittany is crazy.
Right.
Nah, you ain't got to put me out there. Put me out the ghost there. Put Sean out there.
Okay, this is happening.
Have you ever been in a situation like that where you saying you kind of being coy, but you know you want to do it?
Not since high school.
No, but have you ever been in that situation? Now, bear in mind, this girl is young. She's pretty young. So have you been in that situation?
In my younger age, yes.
So how did it go?
Give us what does that look like? Let's go through the scenario, Brittany. Let's do this.
it would probably we want to have sex, but again, I ain't want to seem like I was probably easy. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
don't
So,
talk about it. Get in character, Brittany.
Tell us
I
how
don't
it
hear this
goes.
motherfucking conversation.
Yeah, we've experienced this type of stuff, but hearing it from a woman who's actually done it, please tell us how it went.
Sean, hey Sean, y'all are at her crib. Y'all are 19. You feel me? Freshman year type shit. Y'all home from break. Y'all in the shy because that's what shy from. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chiracians. So y'all in the shy, bro. Y'all, you know what I mean? Brittany and sing. It's getting hot and heavy. And go.
okay, all right, go, Sean. I'll let you take the lead. Then I'm gonna...
All right, I'm with that. So shit, how you feeling?
I don't know. I mean, we can just watch a little TV, kick back.
Yeah. Okay, what you want to watch?
I'm in your spot. You pick.
Oh, okay, cool. It don't really matter what we watch. Really don't matter. We only gonna watch it for a few minutes either way.
Really? What we doing? What you mean?
Yeah. I love this lingerie you got on. So this your favorite color?
It is.
Or you chose it because you know I'm like it?
Maybe.
Oh, okay. That shit gonna end up on the floor in about 16 minutes.
I mean, dang, you want a little fast? Like, let's ease up. Let's see what this movie about. Then we'll see what goes there.
That movie.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, let's just watch this movie then. Look, exactly where I'm going, and I'm gonna make you make a decision.
Right.
Now this how this shit be going, Sean. Pin it back, bro. I do it, bro. I know what Strata wanted, bro. I know what Strata wanted, bro. I know what Strata wanted, Sean. Sean, I guess I'll go ahead and do the stupid shit. I know what Strata wanted. Replay. Replay, Brittany. All right. I'm gonna replay like Sean. All right. So how you feeling?
I'm okay. I'm good.
What you trying to do?
I mean, I can. Let's watch this movie and see.
Watch this movie.
Yeah.
How long the movie? See, I can't do it with these niggas, man.
Y'all fucking but no, but seriously, if Sean would at least said like when he like started ease over and like touch on my leg, what I'm like, stop here, but I'm gonna never like stop him. I might be saying that, but I'm still gonna let him, you know what I'm saying, touch on me.
Strata, why Strata ended, bro?
Oh no, my bad. You still cooking, I got you. Keep
All
going.
right. Yeah, so how long the movie?
It's about an hour and a half, I think.
Damn, bro. Look, so now my hands go on your thing. Damn, you looking good as hell and shit, bro. You ain't trying to watch the movie after we go in the back?
I mean, I thought we were gonna watch it first because we're gonna never watch the movie if we go back there.
I said we watch the movie after we come from the back in about 10 minutes, maybe 5.
5. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Y'all moving back to the room. Brittany.
All right, boom.
All right, yeah, show us the difference.
No, she was supposed to be like, no. And I was supposed to be like, oh, come here. You know what I'm saying? Then she put like, stop.
5 minutes. That's a no right there. I'm like, no, 5 minutes. I need more than that. I don't know.
Talk your shit, Brittany.
I'm gonna need 4 to 5 minutes. Yeah.
All right, team. All jokes aside, though. All jokes aside, for real, man. I came over here to try to get some ass, bro. And you know, we've been, you know what I'm saying, talking about it. I'm not gonna really be focused on the movie, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get the butterflies out the way. You know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna get to the movie for sure.
And you take
and something.
And I'm like, dang, I did want to watch the movie first, but yeah, come on in, fine.
You see what she said? Come on, straight Brittany boy. She ain't gonna say no. That's the thing. She ain't said no, Sean.
Hey, Bino. Both when Sean went up there and when you went up there, when y'all talked about the movie, a nigga said, how long the movie? And that's like what I was thinking. Nigga, like, fuck, how long this movie is, goddamn. Like, I hit this shit. Oh no,
Brittany
y'all
can't even say.
Brittany,
Y'all won't be up here.
cause bro, Brittany know that shit. Brittany in high school probably ain't say no neither, cause she know not to say that shit, man.
I didn't.
Okay.
Well, I
Fuck
again,
it,
I
fine.
didn't say
Bring me
the
in
actual
alone.
word.
Y'all
Say
ain't about to do
again.
Brittany like that.
It,
Bring me
it
in
wouldn't have went
alone.
that
That's
way
what
to
I
be
say.
real life.
Say again. She
I'm
got
coming
a
over,
partner.
we talked about it beforehand. I'm gonna be honest.
It ain't no
Oh
heat.
fuck.
It ain't no heat between y'all, so it ain't gonna be no damn. She easy can say no without that heat.
But what I'm saying
That's
is, to
crazy work.
Sean, but to y'all point, it'd be like a no, but like it to his point, it'd be like they'd be like no, but they be trying to say no for reasons that ain't really mean no.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You
Like,
doing
no, I
everything
don't want
except
you to
saying no.
think I'm
I
a
ain't doing
whore. No, I don't want you to think I'm easy. You're not gonna judge me, right? You're gonna still call me in tomorrow, right?
And,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
look,
yeah, 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 yeah. All right,
and
come
you
on,
see,
like,
Deborah
stop
said
it,
in the chat that the young girls can feel
real.
pressure in that
Hey,
situation.
take us off this thing. I ain't about to do this role play. I am
No,
floating
you have.
right now.
Get somebody else to do it.
Hey, let's go, let's go.
TJ
Let's
acting
do
like this ain't no role
the game,
play.
coach.
Get somebody else.
We already here.
What the fuck you got us out here for?
They want you to
I
put it
don't
back to
even,
the big panel.
I don't even do kinks and all this shit. I damn sure ain't about to do a role play with
That's
another
why I said, you
nigga.
don't want me to do this.
What the
We
fuck
done
this
been through this. I don't even shoot my
nigga?
shot. What makes you think in that scenario I
Oh
was
This
gonna be the one
fuck.
starting
nigga
shit?
CJ had a million pieces of advices to Bino and Sean. Like, yo, you should have did it this
No,
way.
no. What I was saying was in my brain when they said how long the movie, I was thinking that. But if I was in that scenarios, she would have been like, "Yeah, we about to watch this movie." Oh, word, I bet.
Man,
That's
we was
literally would have been
being
me.
goofy, bro. I was being
Oh.
goofy. The point of the scenario was for Brittany to put herself in a situation where she says no. Where's y'all talking about, bro?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You try to play
Y'all
hard to
boys supposed to
get
cut
to
the
kind
damn
of like
movie
make it
on,
seem like
man.
you not easy, but
Yeah,
you really want to fuck too, but you don't want
yeah.
him to think you a hoe, so that's why you be playing coy, and then you get to the point where okay, fine. But are you
Exactly.
Right.
gonna talk to me
So that's
after?
why I don't
Like,
know why we acting like we don't know
You know
this
what I
method.
just said?
Exactly.
I'm trying to tell you that's the
E-
only reason y'all do that. Y'all be
Even in
trying
this
to play this
hypothetical
good
situation,
girl.
even if you
I
look at
don't
some of
want
the
y'all to
comments,
feel like I'm a this or that. Are you
Right.
still gonna
Okay.
holler
So,
at me? Is this gonna make you look at me
so my
different?
point is, they don't be saying no, and niggas be goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Like type shit. Like that's a different conversation than dumb saying what Jalen saying. Like they don't say no, bro.
If they saying no, it's because they really don't want to fuck with you. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying, let's watch
Right.
the movie a little bit, then we'll get to it or whatever. It's like you leading up to it. You just don't want to jump into it. Yeah, that's all I can hear for too.
hey, look,
Right.
everybody.
Right. But what I'm saying is that's where the conversation of people who like is in their mind, they hear no, you know what I'm saying, not being everything y'all saying.
Make
But
sure
the
y'all put that.
word no is no, nigga. You feel what I'm
And look,
saying?
so a couple of the women up here have one opinion, then Deborah's opinion is completely different, and that's how a nigga will catch a case because we used to we're interacting the way that we interacted with based on Jalen's opinion and Brittany's opinion, but then Deborah, you in that situation, and she like he was being aggressive, and I'm like, what aggressive? How? Like you came to my crib at 2
You
a.m.
really
and we drinking. You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about all these days. You came to my crib at 2 a.m. and now I'm trying to see what that mouth about. And now I'm aggressive? Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? I told you what was on the menu. Dick and 13 seconds worth of movie. Like, what did you think was gonna pop up? Like, you know what I'm saying?
oh my
That
god.
is funny.
I ain't gonna lie. You pulling up at 2 a.m. I hope you don't plan on thinking we about to watch the movie Avatar, this 4-hour movie. We not at 2
But even
a.m.
in that moment,
You
they
got
might do
about
other
20
things. They don't
minutes.
say no. You might start rubbing on them, move your hand. You start rubbing on them again. Some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But the words
Mm.
no don't come out their mouth, Sean.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
social.
Yeah, we all heard the term shit. Just let me put the tip in. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Come on now. Everybody said that when they was shorty. Just let me
Or
put
you might get them. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
It's still
But
tuning it up to them.
yeah,
Fact.
you know, it's still tooting it up to them. Exactly.
but
But
like
like, you feel what I'm saying? Some shit like that. Or I say for the most part, but you know, it is probably ones like Sean said out there, like, bro, like, but I don't know. I guess I don't. I think I probably was put in a position very early to don't even play that game. You feel me? That, you know, I think that probably was instilled in me because like I just really don't like if you say no, nigga, and you even doing it for that reason, and then you fucking probably grab me 5 minutes later. No, like you said, motherfucker.
He said no, like you said.
It's real because that shit dangerous, bro.
Hey, but women don't respect our no though. Women don't respect our no like they expect
That's
us
true.
to respect they no.
That's
You know
true.
what I'm saying?
That's true.
I swear to God.
Start going to work. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Going to
That's
work.
true. That's true.
What the fuck?
And they know we too weak to say get that penis out of your mouth, ma'am. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you sassy as fuck.
Right.
You don't want me
So,
to.
in that situation, does Deborah feel like we were pressured? Can a man be pressured too?
Yes,
Nobody
we
talks
can.
about that.
Hey man, I done got pressured into smashing a couple on because I don't initiate a damn thing.
I say I got tricked out of some dick. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk, multiple times.
Hell yeah.
Y'all are different, bro.
Tricky as hell.
So to the Shannon Sharpe thing, with her saying she said no and you did it anyway.
How can you do it anyway? I mean, if you ain't put no grape charge on him, how did he do it anyway though? Like,
because
you know
the
what I'm saying?
money.
Like,
no, y'all.
You got to stay in position. You got to stay in position. I mean, he is big. He a big nigga though. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying though, like, was it grape or not? Like, if he just did something you told him not to do, or he, you know what I'm saying, he did it anyway. Like, do you consider that or
the law does, and that's what matters.
Why didn't it elevate to that then? If that's what it is, why didn't it just
because the money was there?
Y'all are all
you know what I'm
tripping.
saying?
No,
where is it really? Is it really about
Grape.
what happened, or is it about that bank?
Great. That's why I said great. Most grapes aren't reported, Woody. Most of those aren't reported at all.
Yeah, they are.
But this is what I'm saying. I understand that, right? But if you're going to sue him, then why? Like, what's going on with this part of it? If that's the whole allegation, the real problem of it, why not make it a legal matter and not a civil matter?
Well, they
so
said that's
where,
probably
I think that this is where it gets tricky with him in particular, and I'm talking about Shannon Sharpe. I think that the settlement originally that really had not a lot to do with the claims. I think the reason why his lawyers meet with her prior to this ever coming public was they were in negotiations for her to not reveal whatever they were doing privately in a relationship. So this is where it gets funny, because I think the settlement wasn't an admission of guilt of per se what she accused him of. I think that was a way to where we've done a lot of freaky shit. We got text messages back and forth. We got video. And with his big deal coming, he just knew that'd be bad branding. Now, to be fair to the conversation, Shannon Sharpe has had quite a few different allegations, and so it kind of gets a little hairy when we're talking about it. So Sean has just shared another piece of context for me. So first, we're going to read the article that gives us more context on Shannon Sharpe's lawyer, and then we're going to switch gears to Bill Belichick, because both of these scenarios are indeed relevant. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up.
Hey, when did this happen with Shannon Sharpe?
That how to be a player guy?
When did that happen? Well, when did this happen?
It's like it been like within a week. My whole part I was just trying to make it. You got like he set himself up, man, for failure on that shit, man.
So it's not you.
Saying,
let's go to the
how
Shannon.
do you set yourself up if you're in a relationship with somebody for, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
man, that's where
all right. So
yeah.
All right, let me see if I can slow this down. Y'all give me 1 second. Oh, there we go.
I'm thinking Bill Bellamy.
Yeah, we see it.
In one text that was released, the attorney presenting Shannon Sharpe against a $50 million lawsuit alleging the Football Hall of Famer raped. I'm sorry, y'all. I got a MacBook and this joint is acting crazy right now. Give me 1 second, y'all. It's trying to go places I don't want it to go right now. Okay, so the attorney presenting against a $50 million lawsuit alleging that the Football Hall of Famer raped a woman released hundreds of text communications between Sharpe and the purported victim on Tuesday. The complaint, filed Sunday in Nevada State Court, claims Sharpe sexually assaulted, committed battery, sexual battery, and had intentionally inflicted emotional distress during the nearly 2-year relationship. Shannon described the lawsuit as a shakedown in a recorded statement related Tuesday, and his lawyer Lanny J. Davis released text exchanges that describes as showing a pattern of sexual role play that specifically includes her being choked by him. Okay, so now it's getting interesting. And one text that was released, the alleged victim, who was named by Sharpe's legal team but is not identified by the post, wrote the message on June 14th. I want to be abused, daddy. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I was talking about.
And that's why he set himself up for failure. Because of the fucking law.
Let's keep going. So in the second text on July 6, 2024, the woman wrote to Sharpe, I want you to tie me up like this and abuse me, daddy, accompanied by an explicit image of a male and a female performing an intimate act. I want like some hardcore BDSM action, though, the alleged victim texted Sharpe. Amid the release text, the alleged victim, who was named like blah blah blah. Hold on, my bad, y'all. These ads are killing this, so I can't even get through the read. Hold on, I'm trying to fight my screen right now. So we gotta get the gist of it. So y'all gotta excuse me. Yahoo is
want me to read it.
Fuck up.
I got it pulled up. You want me to read it? She basically said, in the June 14th text, she said, "I want to be abused, daddy," quote unquote. I'm not saying that. Don't clip me saying that. She said, "I want you to tie me up and abuse me." She said in July 2024, she said, "I want you to tie me up like this and abuse me, daddy," accompanied by explicit image of a male and female performing an intimate act. Then in January 31st of 2024, I want like some hardcore BDSM action, though. Talked about handcuffs. Yeah.
So does that add any more context for you all?
Hell yeah. She been wanting this. Either she been wanting to play on bruh to get him to get in a debt of aggression so she can have marks and shit to set bruh up, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. Might have got I don't think he got carried away. I think that he just that the whole play was to get
her lawsuit is only her lawsuit is valid through the text of her saying that she told him no to not go in her butt and coming her. That right there wouldn't make none of the lawsuit valid. That's not what make the law. You know, she ain't getting the lawsuit off. That's the retort from Shannon Sharpe's team. You feel what I'm saying? Her lawsuit is coming from her saying that she said no, and then even if you look at the law, in any form, even in a relationship or during the act of sex, if a woman say no, they can sue you for sexual assault. They consider it SA. Great. So that's why I say you sexual help, because if you know that law is that, then you feel what I'm saying, that then like at least you got to get some type of, especially in his position, some type of something written, something, bro. A 19-year-old white girl, bro, you 67-year-old black man, rich.
So Baby Sneak wanted to know, is it still grape if she requested it?
If she look the log. If they say no,
in the act she didn't request for the anal part, right?
Yo, she didn't. That's what I'm saying. And she said, I told you not to go in my, and you did anyway.
So
I ain't
this
seen no video that she said that.
Maybe that
I ain't seen no text message where
they
she
don't
said
want us
that.
to talk about.
We can pull it up. I can't pull it up on my phone. It's up there. He can pull it up on the internet.
No,
This
I'm
is what
saying,
the Twitter
like I have seen a lot of text messages that between them that she's saying that she wanted. I never seen where no text
I have.
messages.
I haven't been rival. It's up there. You can pull them up. And it said, I told you not to such and such in me.
No. Okay, that's afterwards. I'm talking about leading up and saying, yo, I don't like anal sex. I don't want you to come at me and nothing like that.
It don't matter.
What'd you say?
I was saying it don't matter if
But
she said no.
But how can you say that you? So just you saying that you said that after you said all this other shit is validation for you saying, oh well, I.
But y'all gotta, bro. This is all right. This is we talking morally. The law says it is what it is, bro. That's how she.
But it should matter because everyone.
This is what I'm saying. How can you prove that you told me that if I got all this other proof that you told me something completely different to what you say you telling me that you said? But I got proof that you said all this other shit. You don't got no proof that you told me not to do this stuff.
Yeah, but in the messages are saying I want to be abused. I want to be BD on some BDSM. Don't mean if I tell you not going my butt, still going my butt.
But
But
look,
who? But that's what I'm saying. How you know that ain't the play though? Like she ain't never said it. She might not never said it. Oh shit.
hey, look, every chick that we ever had sex with, all of us, right? Every chick we had sex with can literally make this claim against us now, based on what y'all saying. Because retroactively, they could say, "Well, I told Bino, I told Sean not to do X, Y, Z on January 3rd of 2016." Because so how do we reconcile that? Because that's a slippery slope. Because they retroactively, she's saying, "I told you not to do this," and if we saying that, well, she said no. I can't prove that I can't prove that she didn't say no, but she can't prove that she said no. So where does that land all of us?
That's
what I'm saying right there.
See,
Hold on, this echo is crazy.
Yeah, I think it might be.
That's me. That's probably me.
So I would say more so.
Check. Everybody mute up real quick.
Now we good now.
We good now? All right, cool. Everybody. Yeah, y'all good. Y'all good. So, Sean, this would be my thing, bro. If I see, like, let's play your scenario. Like you said, we had consensual sex and because again, what the smoking gun is in this current scenario is the fact that she texted that to him. So I would tell any man that finds himself in this position, defend yourself immediately.
In text, yeah.
In text. Like his response should have been, what are you talking about?
His response is, can I call you later?
Right. It's like, nah, that's something to where if she's making that play, my immediate response is, what are you talking about? Everything we did last night was consensual. You were into it. You never gave me any signs. I'm confused. Whether that's true or not, I need a direct response to that just to cover my ass. Now, we might get on the phone and you might be like, no, because remember that. Oh, okay, cool. But even then, I'm going to watch my words because to me, that sounded like a lineup. I think that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's my point. That's the point I'm trying to make.
The mentality of men moving forward, though, bro, because that is a valid point. Like, it can become non-consensual based on their discretion, which is dangerous, to Sean's point. I totally agree with what he's saying, but I think as men, you got to be proactively defending yourself as soon as it seems to be signs of something that it's not.
But the tricky part is what I said. It can retroactively, which we've seen a lot, become non-consensual.
Oh, you mean, and she don't even say nothing to you at all. She just go file a charge or go.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of this shit, like the Bill Cosby's and all this shit, a lot of this shit is retroactive. Some of this shit is from decades ago. So, usually the courts are looking at precedent, or they're mindful of what type of precedent they do and don't want to set.
Right.
So literally, somebody from 10 years ago can be like, man, this nigga Sean, I told him, oh, don't do it like this, and he came in me anyway. How can I prove that I didn't come in her? You know what I'm saying? Or that I didn't have.
You can't. So if they did it that way, they wouldn't be able to prove it like that. They get to prove it by people that do it retroactively. Always have like a drug involved, because you can't retroactively come 2 years ago and say I did it, because then it's like, when SA happened, that's why they that's why they motivate them to go immediately to get the tests and stuff and things like that, so it could show a forced entry. You know what I'm saying? But if you're talking about as far as like they in a relationship and they said it, you definitely can't say it then. 2 years later.
How can I prove there was no drugs involved? How can I prove that she says there was drugs involved? How can I prove? So this what Deborah is saying is not true. Because think about Bill Cosby. The statute had been up for decades. The statute didn't come into play at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, because nothing that he was accused of was recent, and he still went to prison. Like, and we can look all this up. Like, it ain't my opinion. We can look it up. You know what I'm saying?
But I think for that situation is totally different. It's totally different. The Bill Cosby is one totally different from this one. I would say for the young lady here, or wherever the case may be, I think the fact that she got those text messages that's already against her, like Bino said, that she ain't gonna get no rape kit or anything done. No, well, yeah, I think that's what they call it now. What the name of the kit they call? If she ain't get none of that stuff done, and so that's not it's kind of everything. The odds are very much against it, because yeah, you can say no, but at the same time, in the middle of the act, once you said stop, and you no longer have consent, if you have no proof of taking away that consent that you are already given, and then you have the text messages as such, and you don't have any kit done, so all the odds are really so much against her. Now, unless they have something like in video or whatever that she is saying that, or some type of recording.
But what does all right? Just say this, right? just say we on round 2. I already splashed in you one time. We on round 2. You tell me to stop. I don't finish. I stop. And then you go, oh, he graped me. And then you do a test kit, a swab. I already splashed in you one time. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of variables to this shit. Like,
And that's something that y'all would have to go back and forth in court with.
that's crazy,
Damn,
yo.
boy.
That's crazy, yo.
But if we being honest with the entire scenario, I guess we can ask the questions at the bottom because I want to keep pushing through this scenario. Then we're gonna get to the Bill Belichick one next. So based on the question that's at the bottom, again, we're gonna do this panel popcorn style. Again, because I want people speaking on things they either don't want to speak on, or what I'm saying, they don't really have an opinion on. But for the sake of getting through the question, do y'all think Shannon Sharpe is a victim of gold digging, or is this karma for his behavior? Anybody?
Gold digging. Definitely gold digging.
Gold digging.
Karma for his behavior. I mean, yeah, he look like of course they know he a lick, man. He careless and reckless. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like when it comes to like his sexual escapade. So, but she stuck around with him for like a year, I guess, right? They said some shit like that. Yeah, some
2 years.
change.
About 2 years.
Yeah. So
Was
I
that
mean,
the same girl on the sex tape? On the one that had got released?
no, that was an older lady. It was an older lady on that one. So it's a mix of both. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
And then that could be get back from that, because that came out during that, right? During their time together, right?
I don't believe in karma.
That was like last year, I think 2 years. I ain't gonna necessarily say karma, but just like I don't. Yeah, that's why I said not karma, but like just like a lot of women gonna think like, oh yeah, that nigga right because he a lick. If I can get close to him, like you can get some money up out of him eventually. Because at 19, yeah, for sure. But that's what I'm saying. Like it was just he a lick. He was a lick though, for real. So you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
Most niggas with bread, they females feel like they're lick though. Most
He
niggas
older.
with bread.
She 19 now, or she 20 now?
That nigga 56.
I think she 20.
So you've been with her for 2 years since 18. You thought she was with you because she liked you, my nigga? Come on, bro. Stop it, bro.
Anybody that
she might have had Sauce Walker in the ear or something.
Anybody wants to?
That's the problem. Niggas think they game that tight. Where you can get an 18-year-old to like you and you a 65-year-old rich man. Stay out the way. That's just dumb to me, bro. Like I'm more disappointed. You feel what I'm saying? Than anything. And him to think like he like, come on, bro. Shannon Sharpe, bro. He football player. Just because you play football don't mean you smart though. And you don't take the smartest person to get rich off football. So
game goofy, man. That nigga's goofy. He got lined up.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. You don't take the smartest man to get rich off football, so whatever.
All right. Anybody want to defend the whole gold digging? I think I heard quite a few people. Just somebody give a quick, brief synopsis of why you think it's gold digging.
Because like Bino said, they know Shannon an easy lick. Like he, you know what I'm saying? He goofy as hell. Like he just, you know what I'm saying? Like people were saying one thing about him, so he, you know what I'm saying, kind of like want to make people, you know what I'm saying, feel like he whatever. So they was like, shit, I see him hypersexualized, you know what I'm saying, and now I could he a trick at this point, like, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, because that leak, I think he intentionally did that because you intentionally leak a live. Like it's too much to go on live for it to be an accidental. So that was on purpose.
I don't like the idea of karma because it makes it seem like he did something that was illegal or something that was
okay.
I guess that word. Now I think it's some perv shit to fuck with somebody that young, even if they grown. Me personally, but that doesn't mean he did something illegal. So I don't understand. I guess what he would be getting karma for. That's just me personally.
Right. True.
I think it's cheap shit. Let's be clear about that. But I don't think it's something that would warrant karma. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, because I see how you looking at it as karma. So I feel you when you say that. Cause like you looking at the word like what karma, you know what I'm saying, like means to you, like yeah. Because it is kind of like that for me. Like I don't necessarily as karma. I just see it's like results. It's not karma's results of your choice. You know what I'm saying? Of slipping choices. I don't necessarily know about karma neither. It's just like it's like anything else a motherfucker getting licked on. Like nigga, it ain't. You feel what I'm saying? It's like you just made bad choices and a smarter person that had bad intentions. You know what I'm saying? You got Carl Atkins type shit.
Isn't that what karma is? You do bad decisions, karma come back and bite your ass in the butt. Isn't that what karma is and what we usually associate it with?
I think karma is a fallacy, but look, even with Even with the Jay-Z shit, bro. Like what would y'all would not you? People would try to attribute that to anything. He sold drugs, so this is his karma for selling drugs. Like you know what I'm saying? Like this is karma for cheating 12 years ago. Like fuck out here. This was some crazy little chick that made up a stupid ass story where she magically appeared from Buffalo somewhere, Rochester, to fucking New York City. Like that's not karma. That's just a motherfucker trying to hit a lick. You know what I'm saying?
Now, do y'all want to go to the next question, or you want to actually introduce the Bill Belichick effect? This is another article, Sean.
I think that's important because I want to see people's opinion on that one.
Gotcha.
The New Orleans Patriots guy?
New England.
Yeah, Bill Belichick is the coach.
Oh, New England. I don't know why I said New Orleans. New
I was
England.
like, what?
And look, I heard about this. I stumbled on this today. I never heard about it until it popped up today. Now, why have we?
My dad told me about this.
Why is this not problematic?
Because he's white.
The page 6 is ridiculous with their pop-ups. Let me see if it was going to let me get through the article. Okay, Bill Belichick's girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, interrupted a CBS Sunday morning interview after the football coach was asked about how they met. We're not talking about this. The 24-year-old sternly told journalist Tony Dukalip as she watched off camera. Dukapil explained in a voiceover that the couple did not feel comfortable commenting on their relationship and noted Hudson was a constant presence throughout the interview. Bill Belichick's girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, interrupted it after the football coach was asked how they met. We're not talking about this. Hold on. It keeps glitching and jumping up. The former cheerleader closely watched his news personality asked the legendary coach how they met. So let's keep going down and see if these ads are going to let me scroll through. This is insanity. All right, here we go. We got action. The broadcaster. Let me remove this. Here we go. So the broadcaster then asked Belichick, 73, how he deals with the public scrutiny surrounding his romance with Hudson, who was 49 years his junior. I've never been too worried about what everyone else thinks, the legendary NFL coach said. Just to do what I feel like is best for me and what's right. Belichick also vaguely responded to being featured in the former cheerleader's Instagram post, including photos of him holding her up in the air on the beach. This is getting interesting. Hold on. Yeah, give me 1 second, y'all. These ads are killing me. Okay, we read that part.
I think that's the main part. The other part that you may not see is they met in 2021. So based on some simple math, she's 24 now. So she was probably 19, 20.
18, 19.
19 or 20 at one point.
Ooh.
And so
yeah.
And so this was my bad, you got it.
Oh yeah, he said yeah. So I'm on some of these social media platforms, but I honestly don't follow him. He said while Belichick was cut off from answering how he and Hudson met, they reportedly had their first encounter on a plane in 2021 before they started dating. A photo obtained by TMZ in June 2024 showed that Belichick allegedly signed Hudson's Bridgewater State University textbook with a note that read, "Jordan, thanks for giving me a course in logic. Safe travels." Okay, this does look fucking weird. An insider told the outlet they were flying from the Boston area to Florida when they crossed paths and exchanged contact information. News of the couple romance broke last year after Belichick called it quits with Linda after 10 years together. The ex-site reported being involved in a drawn-out back-and-forth breakup for nearly a year before breaking up in September 2023. Hudson and Belichick, however, were first seen together in January 2023 walking through New Orleans. However, they weren't romantically linked until that September when they were caught holding hands. In December 2024, they couldn't care less about the age difference, is what the former coach said. Jordan is an old soul, so she and Belichick connect on a deep level. That is fucking crazy.
Now, did we hear any hint of any allegations or anything in that? Any? They didn't even hint towards it being inappropriate or creepy. Why is that?
Yeah, because she ain't say shit. She ain't saying that he did nothing to her. She ain't making that shit no kind of problem.
About all the comments about Shannon having this kink and being creepy and all this type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you talking about from that age difference? You talking about from the age difference?
Right. So people be against the thing and not be against the people, and not against the thing. I realized that with Kels. Because people, some of the same chicks that was getting picked up by these grown niggas when they was young was against Kels when the case came up. But they haven't been against the act before then or since then. Like, don't be against the person, be against the premise in total.
Right.
So if you're against the
Yeah.
premise, then you would be calling this shit disgusting too.
Yeah,
I
agree.
think that is actually fucking gross, bro. I actually agree with you, bro. I think
Oh, I
that
like that. I like that.
even
They're
the
not
way-
attacking the actual premise. They're only attacking the person.
right. And I think that
That's
that's kind of
facts.
what, yeah, that's what makes this an interesting case by case, because remove the BDSM and the messages. When we're just looking at the age difference and how they met and how they're moving, one is shunned, the other one is interviewed with her physically there, and no one's saying, "What the hell are y'all doing?"
Is it for one, she a white girl, and for two, do y'all think that would have happened if they would have had like a public relationship and type of interviews like Bill Belichick's girlfriend did?
It's not that she's a white girl, because both of them are white girls. It's that,
But he a black man. So
yeah, that's
yeah.
what.
So that's what I'm saying. White girl to a black man. And do you think they didn't have that type of interviews? She didn't have that type of interview. They had that type of publicity where they was like, well, whatever. Fuck what y'all think about the age. She really was in the cut and just a kink.
I know for sure people on social media still would have been calling Shannon a creep, even if it was presented the same way. And especially women, niggas. I mean, most niggas just mind our business unless it's an underage thing. Then it's like, nah, you a creep ass nigga for sure.
Right.
Like, because think about it, right? Where was the outrage when Hugh Hefner had these 18-year-olds as Playboy bunnies? We didn't get his motherfucking documentary until he was in the ground for years.
True.
Where was the outrage for that?
They probably had NDAs. They probably couldn't say nothing until he was in the ground.
Fuck that. I'm talking about
There won't no NDAs. Watch that documentary.
Why were they not outraged at that? We all knew what was going on at the Playboy Ranch. We all saw the Playboy bunnies. We all knew this was an old ass white nigga, you know what I'm saying, and a bunch of young ass girls. Even if he wasn't necessarily fucking them, they were told they were his girlfriends, and he would kiss them and shit like that. So why not be against the thing and not against the person?
I think some people might have been against it. They just didn't speak up about it. I mean, I never liked that. I don't want nobody that's my daddy's age. I mean, but some people have daddy issues, so they gravitate towards older men and they find that appealing. But me personally, I don't want nobody that, and I don't even like seeing it. I'm like, that's your daughter age. You know what I'm saying? You fucking with your daughter.
Granddaughters.
Yeah. Granddaughters in his case, yeah.
So I got another question for y'all to follow up, kind of in the same vein. I think the Bill Belichick, I think to Sean's point, that is very interesting that this is almost flew underneath the radar. It's like we were unaware. This dude was on CBS, and literally when asked, the very thing that might have made this literally a Shannon Sharpe mirror of a situation was cut off. We're not answering that at all. Because I think that this whole plane shit is probably bullshit, right? And I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't meet under similar circumstances where it was an arrangement that turned into something because publicly it was looking crazy. But the question I have for you all now is back to people with kinks and fetishes, right? So should people with sexual fetishes vet better? Is that possible? And if so, how do you go about doing it?
You saw 50 Shades of Grey. He had that whole booklet. She had to read and sign. You need to do the same thing.
I think most of them do. That's why we don't hear about them. Like I've been to I'm a member of this group, but I don't participate. It's
you ain't got a lot of us. You ain't got a lie, Craig.
You ain't got a
lie, Craig.
Certain shit is a bridge too far for me. Like I accidentally went to a swingers party, and I told that story before. I don't want to bore you up, but I accidentally went to a swinger party, and that shit was too much. I'm like, that was a bridge too far for me. But it's like it's a lot of swingers and shit out here, and they got all types of wild kinks. And after seeing that shit in real life, I'm like, oh no, this is way too much for me to no. But they love this shit and they do this shit. And so they build whole communities around this shit. You know what I'm saying? When I'm in Atlanta, my frat brother, like, yeah, that's a sex club. And they just go to the sex club. He don't go, but people go to them sex clubs all the time. And so it's a thing. We just don't participate, so we don't know it's a thing. So most people who engage in it, it's consensual, it's private, and they mind their business. We just hear about these things, and it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, and the people that go to this private, like y'all messing up for everybody else that probably like to do this. They giving them a bad name. Because again, more than likely, the girl had agreement, and then she want money from it, and that's what she's doing.
I ain't gonna lie, and I know Deborah ain't gonna like this. I find it hard to believe people when they don't. I want. So this is what I want. They could do what they want. This is what my challenge is. I want you to send a nigga to jail. If he's a rapist, if he's a sexual assailant, send him to prison. I think those are the worst people in the world. Send him to prison, and then get your bag. Get your bag for sure, but also send him to prison so he won't do it to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
It bothers me every single time, especially having an 18-year-old daughter. It bothers me. Send him to prison, but get your money too. Don't just get the bread, especially when you're within the statute of limitation. Like there's no reason for her not to to file criminal charges.
Yeah, that's a fact. And I think that now the follow-up question I have to this, because I still want y'all to answer it, but think about this while you answer about the vetting part. Do you think it's wise while vetting, let's say to Sean's point, you meet somebody at a sex club, do you think it'd be wise to start a relationship if you meet them there? Do you think that would work? Like, what do y'all think the percentages would be on somebody at a sex club, y'all getting a relationship and it's actually making sense? Do y'all think that's a good way to vet?
I think if you come from the same community, it should be like the norm. Like if you meet that person in that community, y'all from the same community, then the conversation probably should be easier to have than with somebody that you don't know where their mindset is in this type of conversation or this type of topic. So I think if those type of people that are from the same community or whatever, they're in the same mindset, then a relationship probably is actually possible for them because you kind of did like, all right, I already know that you from where I'm from, so you got your certain type of kinks, and I got mine. So we talk it out about what I like and what you like, and if we can make that shit mesh together and also have a relationship, boom, cool. If not, then it is what it is. I mean, people having those crazy kinks and those that don't, they virtually the same thing. It's just an extra step. That's all. That's all they doing.
Yeah, I'm sure they that shit ain't about nothing for them if they be in the same community because they ain't having no monogamous relationship anyway. They relationship ain't gonna be monogamous, so shit.
I mean, are these people really gonna get along? It's just sex. I don't believe they do all this talking while they're there. Like, what you do for a living? What's this? They're just getting the business. I mean, I ain't no band, but that's why I feel like it's going on. I don't feel like nobody's really trying to say, hey, let's start up a relationship.
But you got the swing like this. You got swinger clubs though. You got swingers BDSM like so like you know what I mean like where they meet each other at.
See, I thought swingers help me educate me. I thought it was wrong. I thought there were couples that were swinging with other couples. I thought that's
right. But where did those couples meet each other at or like to even come up with like you come across it because like that's a minority of people that I think is cool with that. So like how they even met. I would imagine some of them probably met in those environments when they were single.
It's a lot of clubs. It's a lot of like groups, like private groups.
Right. Well, but I'm saying it probably was single at the time, messed with somebody, became in a relationship, and now they, you know what I'm saying? They fucking with the swingers club now. The couples.
But so you get it. Basically, it's couples, but then it's like you got what do they call? There's a name for them. I think it's like a carrot is like a single man, and then like a bunny.
It's a unicorn.
Bunny, something like that. Yeah. This
right, group, a unicorn.
Yeah, so you got single men, but it costs way more to participate, and then you got single women who are encouraged to go there too. So it's it's a mixture.
Right. That's that shit they had in California.
And Deborah, you can even send somebody to prison by filing a police report. I don't know why you're so confused about that. File a police report. Don't just file a lawsuit. File a police report. The same way you filed a lawsuit, you can file a police report. I don't know why you're confused about that.
That's a good point. I think that to Brittany's question earlier, I think the reason why it should even be considered is I think it all depends on how strong your fetish is, right? So if your fetish is something that is incorporated into your daily sexual activity, I think it would make sense for you to find someone in that community if that's something you're regularly doing. Now, if this is something to where it's a flash in the pan every now and again, you want to spice something up, then I think taking a regular dating route would be the way to do it, but you have to introduce that super early.
Right.
Like the moment sex comes up and you casually dating, it's a good idea to kind of gauge where they are, before you go to revealing too much, because the last thing you want to do is show and play your cards, and then the person's like, yo, your fetish turned me off. I don't even want to fuck with you no more at all. So it is kind of a slippery slope. And that's why I was trying to figure out, like, for people that have these wild fetishes and kinks, what's the best way to vet so that you're protecting yourself while indulging in your sexual proclivities? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does.
Jalen, I ain't heard tomatoes in a minute. You just kind of vibing out with us.
Taking note.
Right.
I am a virgin, so.
What?
I said I'm a virgin. I'm just listening to y'all.
Like what?
Like, is that like that's an acronym or something?
Yeah, like you talking about like Virgin Mobile phones? I think they got rid of that company. Like I think it's like,
T-Mobile brought them out.
Yeah.
Nah, compared to you heathens, I'm a virgin, you know.
Shit me. All right, Jalen, we got you. So, what are your thoughts on vet? Like, how would you vet, Jalen, if you had a fetish or a kink? Like, do you think that you should just date normally and bring it up? Do you think you should go to these swinger clubs or the sex clubs? Like, what do you think would be the best way to vet if you have sexual proclivities that aren't normal?
My kinks ain't that bad. I just ask if they into it.
Okay. Have you ever had a negative response by bringing it up?
Yeah.
What
story time?
Like, does that make it fizzle? Like, is that kind of like the breaking point for relationships?
I just ask, would you ever want to try it? And if they say no, then I'm like, okay, well.
Okay. You cut them off?
I don't cut them off there, but if we get to that point and the sex ain't good without it, yeah.
Damn.
I mean, that kind of makes sense, because it's like, I need this ace in the hole because this shit ain't really jumping like that. And if you ain't into it, then this really ain't going nowhere. If the sex is trash and you're not trying to indulge in my kink, I can see that. That makes sense. That actually tracks well. That's interesting. I kind of like that take. But now we're going to shift gears and get to this Kanye West song. So, Kanye was cutting the fuck up, right?
I've been fighting on this man's side since I was a little nigga.
Yeah, come get your man.
CJ, go get your
man. I've been fighting for this. I've been swinging hands at anybody since I was a little nigga for Kanye. But this, I can't fight this, man.
So
I think he probably did some shit I can't be on his side for.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up these lyrics and see if we can get a gauge on what's actually happening, because this shit was pretty crazy. Y'all fighting these ass like a motherfucker. Like, I just picked up
and they whooping your ass in that.
No, for real. Like, this shit is ridiculous, bro. You heard me? Here we go. Okay. We fighting. Here we go. I saw you outside again, just hanging out with your friends, hanging with my cousin, reading dirty magazines. We seen some niggas kissing. We ain't know what that shit mean. Pause. Then we started reenacting everything we had seen. Pause. That's when I gave my cousin head. Super pause. Gave my cousin head. Pause again. Gave my cousin head. Pause for the fourth time. And gave my cousin head. And I gave my cousin head. I saw you outside again, just hanging with our friends. And I know these niggas about to judge me now. Starting off when we was hanging out. Started off when we were hanging. Told my cousin not to tell nobody. People tell me, take it to my grave. Truth will set you free someday. I don't think they understand that I'm not attracted to a man. Nitrous don't help me. It just put me in a trance. I'm talking about euphoria. I'm not talking about a man. Told her, don't leave me because I need you to be by my side. As long as you don't leave me, then I'll probably be all right. And that one time that you left me, I didn't get no sleep that night. And that one time that you left me, I took 10 perks to get high. 10 perks to get high. I pray that I don't die. But if I die, I see you in the sky. 2 pints of the Quay. Don't leave. Just stay, bae. Just go on a vacay. Leave the world behind. What are y'all thoughts on that shit?
That ain't new. That ain't new.
What ain't new? What he did, or it happened in general in life?
That should be happening in black families. People just don't fucking talk about it.
He Fei.
Tell me more.
They be knowing their uncles and aunts or like grandparents are creepy as hell, and they just don't talk about it. So I'm not shocked.
Yeah, I'm not shocked either. A lot of people say, okay, now it makes sense why he act the way he do.
That's what
No.
I've been saying.
I
I've been
mean,
saying, oh,
that's
that
what
makes
I'm
sense now.
saying. That's what people are saying. Sexual trauma is real. And him going off on his rants. Somebody said he's saying she, so it's a female cousin.
No. So I was gonna give him clarity, Brittany. So what happened was he's telling two different stories simultaneously. He's talking about a sexual encounter with his male cousin, but he's also in the midst of a relationship with a woman, and he's telling her, the woman, don't leave me. So it's like he's reminiscing while going through a problem with his current, quote unquote, we'll say girlfriend, but he's reminiscing on his sexual escapades with his cousin that's a male.
Right. Because did I read somewhere he was like his cousin, after he told him that they had to stop, he killed some pregnant woman or something like that, or was that not his
The cousin way later in his early 20s, that situation happened. He's been in jail ever since.
Okay.
They came across some dirty magazines and they reenacted that, and he said he was from like 8 to 14. They did it from like 8 to 14 or some shit like that. That's what he tweeted.
That's 11 to 14.
11 to 14, yeah, that's what he tweeted.
Okay, so let's explore this whole piece. First off, I want to ask y'all, do y'all think it was necessary for him to release this track and get this off his chest?
Man, fuck no, but it's Kanye, and he gonna fucking just drop shit being straightforward about himself, but god damn it, this is one of them times where my nigga take that shit to the grave. Like, fuck.
He want his soul to be set free. He been carrying that heavy weight around. He want to get it off his chest. I just feel like he could have used it where it could have opened more doors to say, hey, speak up, don't take this so long. I mean, especially when this time more kind of consent. They did it together. I don't think it was forced like some kids may have been where older adults were groomed or whatnot. I don't know his whole situation just based off the tweet and the song, but I mean,
the tweet, it was two kids. Damn.
Right. Yeah. But he could have used it in other ways to me that advocate for if this is happening to you as a child, speak up. It's not right. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, I really do think it does play a part in his mental stability or lack thereof.
Okay, what you got, Sean? Sean, you still with us, bro?
Check. Go take a shit.
All right. You know what I was thinking? Hold on, was that him coming off mute?
No, that was me, I think.
Okay, so yeah, Sean, what you think? What was your thoughts?
This is far more common than people like to think.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's important for somebody with a platform like him to say it, to shine a light on it, because whether we like it or not, he's one of the most famous rappers right now, one of the most influential. So I think it's very, very important for him to say this, even though we don't like how it sounds, and we don't know that he was the aggressor in the situation. I don't know that necessarily, just because.
It was two kids. Sean, it was two kids. He tweeted they came across the dirty magazines, their mama and son daddy magazines. It was two cousins, and it was like CJ said 11 to 14. I couldn't quite remember the numbers, but quoting on CJ, he said 11 to 14.
11 to 14.
They did it from 11 to 14, and he was giving his cousin here from 11 to 14 on some consensual kid. Like, they exploring shit.
Right. That's why I think it's dangerous, like people in comments that say he's the aggressor. If you got, I think it's wrong, but if they're consensually doing it, they're all wrong. It's not one person is the aggressor. One of the worst cases I've had to deal with, I had a set of siblings. They were 3, 4, and 5, and they were white. To make a very long story short, they were molested by their parents, their biological parents, molested by the paternal grandfather, and then they would do things to each other even when they were in the foster home. So we eventually had to take the middle boy and send him somewhere else. But the oldest was the sister, right? The sister was older than the brothers, but then the brothers would do each other, and the sister, So either way it goes, like now they were starting to repeat these things, these behaviors with each other. And one of the brothers, he actually started to offer it to a kid at school, and they're at that time, like I say, 3, 4, and 5. Excuse me.
Damn.
So in that situation, it's just like those kids, those siblings doing that to each other. Nobody's necessarily should be seen as the aggressor. They're just, repeating things that were done to them.
Mm.
Damn, that's tough, bro.
Man, unfortunately, man, for me, my shit is unfortunately, man, I'm exploring, man. He Fei, man. Like you can explore your way into some, you know what I'm saying? Like I because in Kanye's situation, it is like just bad teachings. I don't know, man. Something because like y'all understand that he said they came across some magazines and they reenacted that.
But see, I mean, my mind would be like, well, who was in the household looking at 2 Men Kissing magazine? Because I thought when Playboy was like, oh,
his mom.
okay.
We come as a lot of guys, a lot of youngers know we have came across our fathers or mothers. Especially if you have a father in the house. I heard a lot of stories of people coming across because they got fathers in the house. So you know what I'm saying. So that's normal. Then talked about how often you come across your parents, pornography type of things they got as kids. You go, curious is curious, but that I'm exploring. He fake. Can I say that? I don't know if I can say the, you know what I'm saying, but
I mean, I get what you're saying, but I guess I'm still trying to look at the time span. Was that even common? I mean, the homosexual books and things like that. I mean, that makes
no, it don't got to be homosexual. You can see a man and a girl doing it, but if it's 2 boys and y'all reenact the act, that's what I'm saying.
I thought you said that only because he saw 2 males kissing.
No, what I'm saying, the magazines could be a woman and a man, but if it's 2,
okay.
Yeah.
I think in the lyrics he explicitly stated it was a man and a man. I think that's why his cousin did it. But to Jalen's point, I think that Jalen, if I'm not mistaken, did you kind of read the same thing that his mother was into women?
Yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out like how people could demonize children when in what way can you punish a child for this? I don't see how you could do that. They're already doing something that they shouldn't be doing at their age, and I'm pretty sure they didn't just come up with it in their brain like, oh, I want to suck my cousin's dick, or oh, I want to do sexual things to my sister. Like, there's punishing somebody that is an adult or just older makes sense. Punishing a child, there's no way you could do that.
I'll tell you what happens here.
More so the adult fault, but at 11 to 14, you ain't that oblivious, bro.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I think that removes, like, at that point, you're trying to, like, is adultify the word? You're trying to make the child more grown than they actually are. They're 11.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Right from wrong, but that doesn't mean that they can't be taught ways to not, like, punishing them. To me isn't the way.
When you say punishing them, what you mean? Like punishing them?
Like locking them up or doing something.
Yeah, she's talking about criminal.
He got locked up for that?
No. Some people are saying that's a crime. It's not a crime.
Wrong
is not a crime. So usually what happens is it can go a number of ways. Like it can, let's say here in New Jersey, it can become a DIFUS or DCPNP issue. Of course, it's going to be that. It's going to be that investigation, and they're going to be they're going to do a psychosexual analysis, and they're going to have to go to counseling for problematic sexual behaviors. And depending on the age and the situation, they'll probably get a residential treatment center. Now there are different levels of residential treatment centers that go up to, from least restrictive to the most restrictive. But it's not a situation where somebody would be charged because they're consenting, even though it's wrong, but they want to address the problematic sexual behavior. So they absolutely are going to have to do some type of counseling, whether inpatient, outpatient, or residential, or in home. say.
Okay. Okay.
I just hate that your kid curiosity and because of your parents negligence makes you like kind of like entitled like you know what I'm saying? Like you fake because of that. Like I'm blaming the mom parents because like they fake because of that.
Well, can you say
Exploring as a
negligence
kid, that's
is
what
that?
kids do, bro. Like they explore, and if they come across the wrong ish, you know what I'm saying? Now they that because of that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that correction is important. Before you even get to a punishment, I think that once your kids stumble into stuff like that, I think that how you frame the conversation after you find out is super important to how they developed moving on. Some damage, to Sean's point, it can only be talked about and maybe hashed out so they can reconcile what has already been done. But I think that how the parent corrects it plays a huge role in how the kid turns out in the future if they ever are aware, right?
Right.
So I think that that's the part where it gets tricky because at that age, kids are prone to secrets, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, she can't even do something that she knows nothing about, right? Like, how can she even correct something that she even knows an issue?
Mm-hmm.
But to your point, I think that, at any age, like you have to assume that when you have children, that you no longer have that level of privacy in your own home. That's just the real. They can figure out safe codes. They know your hiding spots better than you. They're gonna be in shit. Like that's just what kids do.
Bro, it be simple as it could be simple as your parent being lazy, tell you to go get something and something sitting out.
Right.
You ain't gotta look for it, bro. Like
Mhm.
motherfuckers be slipping as parents, bro. Period.
Have y'all?
And I think parents should have conversations early on, like 5 and 6, about what's appropriate and what's not. Maybe that's another thing that parents aren't doing because in their mind, 5 years old or 6 years old is too soon. Wait till they 10 or 11 or 13, 14. But in this day and age, you need to talk soon as they start talking.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen YG's song?
Mm-mm.
I heard about that one.
It's called 2004.
Yep. I'm about to see if I can find that one without the fucking pop-ups. So give us a synopsis while I pull it up.
He basically admitted, and he didn't try to like pose it as like, oh, it was consensual. Like he literally said, I got R word by a woman twice his age.
Mm-hmm.
And how old was he at the time? Did he say?
He was a teenager.
Oh, wow.
He was a young teenager, actually. Young teenager. 14.
Who said this?
YG. I'm trying to bring it up without a pop-up. Let's see if we can get through this. Bear with me. All right, y'all. Let me see if I can present
What's
myself.
that one comedian? D. Ray Davis. I think
Mm-hmm.
he said the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
and people just like laughed
shit.
about it, but he was dead ass.
When I was young, I got raped by a bitch twice my age, picked me up from school to meet at hers and got laid. Ever since that day, I never looked at shit the same. Fucked up my brain, pee what I blame, fried so you know why I like chicken wings. My life is insane, like I'm from Baby Gang. How I'm supposed to change with all this fucked up shit I seen. Fucked up, yeah, I know. Fucked up and some more. I'm so used to fucked up, I get fucked up at the show. Fucked up, yeah, I know. How fucked up could it go? Nipsey left me, how Biggie left whole. Whoa. And Slime got his life stole. Told myself I'd be alright though. Shit really fuck up my cycle. My little bitch lost her life, get lipo. The tell me don't read. They ask me if I'm okay. Motherfuckers don't deserve me, not even on my worst day. Their life shit crazy. Grew up at a young age. Oh, babe, why you had to hurt me? Okay, now back when I was a juvie and shit, got used for the D. I didn't even know what to do with the bitch. Confused a bit. Her niece, I went to school with the bitch. My school's loose. Who got the tools to fix? So I went to the homies and we talked about it. They thought exotic. That was the only thoughts about it. D hard because of clothes she stripped all up out of it. Hypnotized from them hip and thighs, all hypnotic. Yeah, that's when I bust my first nut. Young nigga with his all in a grown up with the shits and real quick how I growed up. God took advantage of and I liked it. So what? Y'all call that sex abuse shit. I just started shit, was doing some cool shit. If I would have told mama about the new shit, the bitch probably would have been up on the news. Click.
Mm.
Jesus Christ.
Thoughts?
It'd be like that.
I don't think that's
Yeah.
uncommon either. We don't think
You
it's
don't
wrong
think
because it
what?
happens to a boy. We don't. It's not uncommon either. We don't. It's not wrong because it's a young man. You know, we would all be outraged if it was a young lady. You know, and in my mind, rightfully so. But shit, we got to protect young boys too.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Like, we are not protecting our youth. And then for him to say he talked to the homies, they're like, "Oh, this is exotic." Like, damn, you're like, man, you doing the thing, like, and don't see that he's coming to them because he's truly was terrified. Sound like, based off what he was saying, but they up here trying to praise him. He's like, well, okay, is that what I do now?
Mm.
And
I
he's
mean,
scared.
I done brought up on a pod and what's the name? It happened to me at 11. She just got brushed off as a conversation starter. Then we had I just looked it up. It was D. Ray Davis that said when he was 11, got lost his virginity to two 30-year-old women. And when he told it to in the interview, they chuckled and laughed, and he laughed with them, but he was like, it's funny, but it's true. Like,
Right.
it's like, it sounds funny because the comedian saying it, but the message behind it, like, nigga, he just said that, a dude at 11 got taken down by a grown ass woman, but let it been a woman saying that she happened to him by when she was 11. Oh, we'd be all sob stories and trying to hold her hand and comfort her and shit.
Well, that goes that how is it? Lord, I had the word. How y'all say with women, girls? Oh, my daughter can't go out, but my son can go out here and party. It's the same type
Mhm.
Double
concept. But
standard.
yeah, double standard. That's it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, this shit bring back memories, man. My brothers are all older than me, and I remember, they would have girls over in the basement. My brother cut hair, so it just be so bad people in the house all the time. And so I remember like they female friends who were at least 3 years older than me. Like we'd be in the basement and they playing games and shit, and I'm playing right with them. And these chicks grabbing on my dick and shit when I'm 7th grade, shit like that. At 7th and 8th grade, like, oh, he got a big, you know what I'm saying? And I'm, everybody laugh because nobody even thinks that it's wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They was in high school, but I wasn't in high school at all. And you just, I don't know, shit like that is not uncommon, I don't think. We just don't protect boys the same way, which we should.
That's real. I got a question for y'all. Is the black community too quick to excuse toxic sexuality when it comes to celebrities? Do we excuse this shit because they're celebrities? Do we not take it serious? Is it that we relate that we let it rock?
I'm gonna say, is the black community too quick to excuse?
No.
I don't want to say they excuse it. They just simply brush that shit off though. Like they acknowledge that it happened or went down, but they kind of brushed off until further notice. Because nobody excused what R. Kelly did back in the day, pissing on a little girl or whatever. It was made into a joke on Dave Chappelle, Boondocks. Like that nigga still got to make music, drop more albums, write more songs though. We acknowledged it. We didn't excuse it. We just brushed it off and made jokes out of it. Then at a certain point, niggas stopped joking. I've heard the little random jokes about Bill Cosby doing shit to kids. They got old episodes on first 2 seasons of Family Guy where they made a joke out of that shit. But they let that nigga still walk around and carry on his life until they stop making jokes. You know what I'm saying? So it's a joke until it's not a joke no more.
But the hard truth is these problematic sexual behaviors have been socially acceptable for a long time. They have been. Grown ass, pervert ass niggas have been picking chicks up from high school long before we were in high school, and when we were in high school. So that's the overarching thing. These things have been socially acceptable. My grandma was 15. She married my grandfather. He was 36. Matter of fact, he got pregnant, and my great grandmother made him marry her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he was still messing with her when she obviously was 14, at least. You know what I'm saying? But shit like that was socially acceptable. I think it's creep shit, but we got to tell the truth about what has been socially acceptable.
I don't think it was acceptable. That's why they made them get married to try to make it that way. Because you're gonna make her an honest woman. You're gonna make her, because out here in the streets, the way it's looking, you a pedophile. But if we make you marry her, that's a wife now. You know what I'm saying?
So if a 36-year-old, God forbid, had done that to my child, I would have made him dead.
Exactly.
I'm not making him marry her. You know what I'm saying?
He'd be deleted.
or I would have made him go to prison. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no, so that to me proves that it was socially acceptable.
I think it was still looked down upon, but I think it was no law to protect it. So there was like their next best fucking option was to have to make the man marry the girl because it was no law. And like you said, other than that, it would have been like just getting smoked and then getting killed and getting sent to prison. That shit. Because there's really no law for protecting that from happening from your child back then. That's what's the crazy part.
Mm-hmm. And if you think about it, these cats usually are in their 20s and the girls are in high school. So it's not like Bill Belichick with his pervert ass.
Right.
A hell of a cap.
Still problematic. You know what I'm saying?
And it starts from there. Anybody else want to answer the question at the bottom before we get to the next one?
No, I'm good.
All right, let's go macro this time. We talk about sex in our community. So my first question is, based on what we've been speaking about all evening, right? How does sexual trauma and secrecy affect how we date and choose our partners? How does the sexual trauma and the secrets of these fetishes, these kinks, how does it affect the way we date and choose our partners?
Yeah. I think sexual traumas, like events that might have happened to people, could ultimately, to cope with those events, they could develop into kinks. So then if you ever had a conversation with whoever about your kinks, they might want to know the history behind those kinks. And that's a whole can of worms that they might not even want to open up. So I think that could be that could rumble a lot of trees right there doing that. But it's either you're gonna do it or you're not. How deep you want to talk, how embedded you want to be in this death row over here. You want to sign up or not? Like, so it's, I don't know. That's a big conversation that you might have to have depending on how deep things go. But how does it affect it? I think it might give the person pause or make them contemplate going into the dating market with that information. Like they still want to date, they still want to be with somebody, but they might want to. They'll be honest, but they're gonna be transparent, which means telling people the things they don't know. You see what I'm saying? So I think they're just gonna keep a couple of skeletons in their closet.
I'll say this, man, and I'm trying to be as sensitive as I can when I say this because it is sensitive, and I do like the way I look at it is like be crazy because I really like did an evaluation, right? And some women that I got to know well that I highly respect and appreciate. Some of the most freakiest encounters I had with these women, the most freakiest ones, had a history of things that ain't good, bro. So that's just my experience to more to one woman that I have dealt with over my 37 years of living. So that's all I'm gonna say, bro, to answer that question.
Yeah, I think I was gonna say pretty much chiming in what he said. Sexual trauma has probably influenced that individual, especially unhealed sexual trauma, made them hypersexual. A lot of people that may have been sexually assaulted by the same sex sometimes end up liking that sex, and then that's how they end up becoming that way as far as their sexuality, leaning towards that. Not all, but some. So I think that does play a part in it, and then that's how they choose their partners as well when it comes to that.
Interesting. Jalen, CJ, Sean, y'all got anything y'all want to add based on how sexual trauma and the secrecy of fetishes affect how we date and choose people?
Okay, I'll go. So I think these are definitely separate things. The sexual trauma, you can see it manifest in a lot of ways. To Brittany's point, it definitely can make some people hypersexual. Just as I gave that example of my kids, I got a lot of cases like that where you see hypersexualized behaviors, because now this is the tricky part where at some point the person who was once a victim can now become the perpetrator, and it becomes society's job or the justice system's job to either treat or punish them. But at some point you cross that line where you know, where they're trying to protect society from you, even if you were the victim in the past. So yeah, it can manifest itself in hypersexuality. It can also make somebody just sexually repressed.
Right.
You know, absolutely. And I've seen that before too. So obviously, you know, when you deal with a person like that, you have to be mindful. You got to take your time. You have to, you know, walk at their pace. You know, make sure everything is consensual at all times, and just kind of follow their lead on certain things too. In terms of the kinks, what I'm noticing, like I said, from finding out about this underground community that these people have, they're online now searching for like-minded people, and those people are in their algorithms in real life and online. And so once they find the like-minded people, they're free to become, you know, men who like to dress up and all types of wild shit, like Buddy that had the strap shit on. For us, that's like, nigga, what the fuck? But there's a community of people who they can be free and they love that shit, so they can find their tribe too. And I think that's healthy for them. If you find your tribe and everything is consensual and y'all doing what y'all doing, it ain't my business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It kind of reminded me when you said that as children growing up seeing drag queens. So we was just like taken back, like, oh my God, like this is a thing. So it kind of puts that in the same perspective.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
Excuse me.
Anybody else? Oh, good. Then we got that one covered. So here's my last kind of hook question. Is hypersexuality liberating us, or is it destroying us from the inside out?
I think it's low key destroying, because for a lot of folks, it's like the primary. They kind of prioritize that shit. I appreciate that. They kind of prioritize sexual shit, sexual intercourse. That's like the main thing they look at. They think about, if you want to have serious conversations about how to develop a relationship with the individual, that conversation is like solving the fucking one of the top 6 math problems for some people. Wow. If you want to have a conversation about anything sexual, that conversation is easy on both sides. Even if the woman or the guy might feel a little nervous or peer pressure, they're still willing to go forward with it. But when it comes to a conversation about how to develop a relationship with each other, motherfuckers acting like I'm speaking Mandarin and somebody's speaking Tagalog, like fucking Philippine language. Like, yeah, we don't understand each other for shit. So I think it's destroying us, because we don't prioritize all the other more important essential things to develop a relationship than this one right here. It's way more energy put into that. So they need to put less energy into the sexual shit and more into all the other shit.
I think that's a sad part of where we are in society, to where I shouldn't be able to identify what you do in your bedroom by anything that you physically present in society. I think that's where we fucked this all up. I don't kink shame. I don't really judge what people do. Like, what you do with your private parts and other people's private parts is not my business, because it's private for a reason, right? I think that that's the part that's disheartening, is that we are identifying ourselves through our sexuality, and I think that's what we fuck up as a people, right? It's almost like, to your point, CJ, people are more proud to tell you that their wildest sexual encounter, but ask their credit score and they'll clam up on you. Like, make that make sense. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're willing to tell me what you do with your naked body, but I can't take a look at your wallet? Like, or if I ask you, you know, where you at religiously, well, I went too far with that, but you can tell me your favorite sexual position. Like, I think we've pushed that shit up on a priority list so high that we don't even realize how morally we're kind of misaligned. And I think that, you know, more than often than not, you'll find that it's so much easier to get sexual chemistry than actual chemistry. Like, you got people fucking that don't even like each other. You know what I'm saying? Because you're sexually compatible. You feel me? So we're in a bad spot, in my opinion, based on the sexual liberation.
Totally agree.
Anybody else?
I mean, you know how the moderators went on and took over the everybody else stuff. So let's go on to the next.
I was just goddamn chilling the whole time. As y'all that should bother me.
I think it's destroying us from the inside out. Just, it made me think about myself. I it made me desensitized to the experience, to the intimacy, to, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like when you get caught in that blender just trying to chase, for a long time my thought was the best pussy is new pussy. You know what I'm saying? And so you get caught in that blender, and before you know it, you in that blender for 20 years, 30 years, whatever it is, and you really just, you know what I'm saying, on to the next, like, because the grass is always greener, and you're not necessarily in the moment, in those moments. It's just something that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in that moment you're looking to perform and you focus on performing just for the sake of performing, you know what I'm saying? But you're not trying to connect to the person. You know what I'm saying? And you're not emotionally available in those moments. So I think from that standpoint, you can be desensitized to the intimate connection that you need to build something with somebody. So yeah, I think it's destroying us.
Yeah, just built off like what CJ said, man. Just in simple terms, it's obvious. It's like you can have sex with a person that you're not comfortable with, that you're still uncomfortable with having sex, and still go through it before you have an uncomfortable conversation. So it's obvious. So motherfuckers that had sex for months, they ain't had one uncomfortable or two uncomfortable conversations.
That's a fact. That's a fact. All right, y'all know what time it is. It's the wrap up. Any solutions to what we've been speaking about? Kinks, fetishes, hypersexualization, sexual trauma, anything that we've touched on, the sexual exploitation and the leveraging of sexual fetishes, whatever y'all want to speak about, let's put a bow on it to wrap it up.
A solution for this?
Or just a wrap up. That's why I said a wrap up, a synopsis, not necessarily a solution, because we did.
Man, if you done had you got to be not just honest, but be very transparent with an individual that you like have a high interest in, and hopefully they show they got a high interest in you.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point, you also got to be transparent about not just your sexual needs and desires, but the things that just make you happy outside of sex, like who you are as a person. They need to get to know you. Basically, like, yeah, speak on your sexual needs, but also put more priority in the other fucking things that matter to you as a human being. That way, it's not just the focus is just how can I sexually satisfy this person? What about satisfying them on a fucking Tuesday? Goddamn, like how to satisfy a woman when it's that time of the month and she's on day one. Does she like chocolate or does she like a fucking 16-ounce steak? You know what I'm saying? So it's just certain things you really need to learn the individual for more than just the sexual part. So I think people need to be more open and transparent, not just honest, but be more transparent about who they are, but as a whole, not just the sexual part.
Gotcha. Anybody else?
I guess I'll go next. Number one, protect the kids. Protect all the kids, not the girls, the boys too. Protect the kids for sure. Sometimes protect the kids from themselves. And part of that too, I think that was, I don't know if that was Bino or CJ that was saying one of y'all, maybe it was Brittany, I'm tripping, was talking about, it was Brittany, talking about like how to have those conversations, about appropriate boundaries and things like that. That doesn't mean they're going to listen, but yeah, you got to just kind of put that bug in their ear. So yeah, number one, protect the kids. Two, for guys specifically, and I know I didn't do this most of my life, but I would say don't be in such a rush to get the pussy. Take your time, like get to know a chick. I don't care if you got to, this is going to sound extreme, but I don't care if you got to talk to her for months, even a year, whatever the case may be. Build an actual relationship and understanding of who the person is, what their traumas may be, what their triggers may be, and learn them. Because you do want to handle people with care so that hopefully you can mitigate the risk involved with, becoming intimate with people, because, most of the risk comes in when the intimacy comes in, so yeah, just do that. And just, try not to be hypersexualized, that's it.
I like it. Shauna, again, I appreciate you for coming up, man.
For sure, appreciate
always
it.
Welcome back, brother. You already know the count, man.
Cool, you feel me?
Yeah, he had to put a lot of his hoes on standby just to do a pod with it. That's crazy work.
Man, I'm doing homework, man. Trying to finish this MBA, bro.
That's the new code word? Homework? Damn. You got homework, classwork, field day. This nigga got coworks for all his women. That's
I be
crazy.
sitting right here in my laptop, man, multitasking when I be Discord, man. But I'm always sitting
That's
right
dope.
there.
That's why you be sounding like like you're in a library on Discord.
Absolutely. I'm in my office, man, just working all day.
All right, cool. I think that like, so when we're getting into the point to where we're talking about hypersexuality, like I do got one more. Check.